Welcome to another episode of Couch Coach, your favorite podcast featuring an all-star staff of the best to never do it. Without a couch, you're just a coach. Without a coach, it's just a couch. With both, you're one of us. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and if you got something to say, leave a comment. And while you're at it, hit that notification button to make sure you stay ready for when we hit the airwaves on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 4 p.m. Eastern. And for more, make sure to follow us on whatever platform you consume your content, whether on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, or X, formerly known as Twitter. Search Couch Coach Pod in your search bar and look for the green coach sitting on a green couch. You can't miss it. Now, if that was too much for you to remember, make sure to hit up that description for all the links to all our socials and our Couch Coach headquarters. When you get to our Couch Coach headquarters, you'll quickly realize that we like to keep the fridge full and Hulu on deck when we have company. And to make sure you don't get lost on your way to the fridge, when you get to our Couch Coach headquarters, scroll all the way to the bottom. Now, once you get there, whatever you need, we got you. Need a month of free Hulu? We got you. Need a 6-pack of naked wine after a bad day or a good day? We got you. Need to have all your meals ready to go with Factor because you know damn well you don't have any time to cook during the week? We got you. Now we got to make sure we don't get sued by the FTC, so just so you know, we can get paid for any deals you use. And listen, I know we all love wine, myself included, but if you're not 21, you got to disregard everything I just said about the wine, and if you are 21, please drink responsibly. And now for your first Couch Coach, we have the one and only Mr. 500, Mr. Bountiful Harvest, Mr. They Ate My Wife. He's a man of many names, but you can call him Johnny.
Tell you what, folks, I had a great week this week. I'm really Mr. 500, except for as a Steelers fan, we're a little bit better than that. But I really want to turn all our attention this week. We lost a real legend today. So I'm dedicating this episode and my great week this week to the legendary D'Angelo. May he rest in peace. What a guy. And you know, we're doing this in memory of him.
D'Angelo,
R&B legend. R&B legend. Man came out, only made 3 albums in his career, but it was one a decade every time, an absolute hit, always reinventing his sound. Got Brown Sugar, you got Voodoo, and Black Messiah. They're 3 of the most amazing R&B soul albums you could ever listen to. If you haven't checked out D'Angelo, there's no better time to do it than now. And he just passed at the age of 51 to pancreatic cancer. But man did not miss. And I also learned today, I had no idea, that he was a huge fan of Red Dead Redemption and actually made the final track in Red Dead Redemption 2 because he was such a huge fan. He was like playtesting for it, made the final track. I didn't even know that was him. So very cool stuff. Shout out D'Angelo. And check him out if you haven't checked him out. All of his albums are great. It's only 3, but they're all amazing. Oh yeah.
Okay. Just D'Angelo, D-E-A-N-G.
D''Angelo.
Oh, damn. Okay.
Yep.
You heard it here first, guys. Check them out. And for your last Couch Coach, we have yours truly, founder of Omnipresence Productions, co-founder of the Couch Coach Pod. Some call me Akira, some call me Commissioner, but you can call me Coogii. Now let's get right into it, guys, with this week's Sunday Headlines, the segment where we react to games for the people, by the people. If there are any upcoming games you guys want us to make sure we talk about, let us know in the comments. But check this out, guys. Mahomes makes history Branch makes headlines. Chiefs tame Lions in a fiery Sunday night showdown. Sunday Night Football was supposed to be a heavyweight bout, and while the Chiefs landed the knockout, the biggest punch was thrown after the final whistle. The post-game Brian Branch suspension and the Juju Smith-Schuster fight overshadowed a historic night for Patrick Mahomes, who shattered an NFL record with his 300th touchdown pass. The fallout raises serious questions about Detroit's discipline and reasserts Kansas City's dominance. Final score, Chiefs 30, Lions 17. Chiefs go to 3-3. Lions fall to 4-2. But Johnny, Dan Campbell, he called Branch's actions inexcusable. Is this just an isolated incident, or is it a sign that the Lions' aggressive bite your kneecaps culture can backfire and lead to a lack of discipline against elite opponents?
I don't think it really had anything to do with the culture of the team. I think that, Brian Branch has always kind of been like he's there's like two types of safeties in the league, where like there is the safety that's like a quiet assassin, like a Troy Polamalu, who was not, he just showed up and wrecked things, but wasn't making a big deal. And then there's the other type of safety, the Minkah Fitzpatricks, the Derwin James, and the Brian Branches. They're just their game is just built on a more aggressive mindset, an angrier mindset. And that's what makes it work. Brian Branch is a great safety, so it makes sense. I guess you could apply this to all defensive backs. It kind of like they kind of fit one of two molds most of the time. But I think it's mostly safeties who have to play, a form of linebacker a lot of the time.
Like Kareem Jackson.
But exactly. Like sometimes you got to play a linebacker slot, And there's the other side, like Cam Chancellor was more like the silent assassin, where it's just like, I'm not going to make a big thing. I just show up and do my thing. All that to say, like, it's the only time we've ever seen this happen. I mean, I've never seen it. After the only time I've seen anything like this happen was, I don't know if you remember. Do you remember when Jalen Ramsey and Golden Tate had beef? Because Jalen Ramsey knocked up Golden Tate's sister and then wasn't claiming the kid and like was being a deadbeat. So Golden Tate told him, I'm going to beat your ass after the game. After the game, meet me in the field and we're going to fight. And they played a full game. And then after it, the second the game was over, they met each other in the field and started fighting. But that's a different extenuating circumstance. I think it was just a man frustrated that not only did you get thoroughly embarrassed up and down the field by a pass-heavy game, that not only did you have every reason to believe you were the best team in the NFL, and then you got dog-walked in all phases of the game, but also you're watching your team around you drop like flies, like last season, and I can just imagine that can get in your head that you're just like, not again. Are we going to have like a mega injured defense and find ourselves in the postseason getting 40 dropped on us and asking what if, So I think all of that. And then I think that Juju Smith-Schuster is just a uniquely annoying, antagonizing player that I think the league thinks he's soft. So when he antagonizes them, because he's still the guy who was he was like the first TikTok player.
Right.
Like the league thinks he's soft. And so when he is right. So when he is chirping at you, I can imagine that it must hurt a lot more than if like, a like Tyreek Hill was chirping at you. You know, like a dude that's not considered soft starts kind of running his mouth. Or Travis Kelce. Like, let's keep it on the Chiefs. If Travis Kelce was chirping at him, I don't think he does that.
That'd be crazy. You imagine?
Oh man, he would have gotten kicked out of the league. He punched Travis Kelce.
Swifties would have been coming for him.
Yeah, so I don't think it's. I don't think that it is. Like because of Dan Campbell's culture. I just think it was a weird one-off thing, and I think just Brian Branch was fired up, and he had every reason to be fired up and in a bad headspace and upset, and Juju just decided to chirp at him, and he got punched in the face. But I think some people are making a bigger deal out of it than like I would have. Like, it's a weird thing that it happened at the end of the game, but if it happened in the middle of the game, nobody would have thought anything of it.
You don't think so?
No, because it happens all the time. Like, to me, like Jalen Carter spitting on Dak Prescott is a bigger deal than this.
Wow.
Yeah. So I'm not like, it's whatever, but it is definitely a bad thing when you're now not going to have your best defensive back, and you have to play the Buccaneers this week. There is the actual problem.
And they're already missing Terran Arnold as well.
Yeah, and Kirby Joseph is
he got hurt in that game.
Hurt, yeah, and I don't know. I don't think he's severely injured. I think he's just questionable. You correct me if I'm wrong, but they're already beat up in the secondary.
Yeah.
So to not have Brian Branch, who's arguably their best player in their secondary, and
he's healthy.
When he's healthy, right? Like, it's just kind of all right, cool. Like, let's go up against the most lethal passing attack in the league. That'll be fun. So we'll see.
Yeah, I think he was provoked, of course, right? You mentioned Juju Smith. Obviously, you're not just going to hit a man after a game if you weren't provoked. No one just walks up to somebody unprovoked, especially at your place of employment, and just smack somebody across the face. So obviously he was provoked. He called it childish. But I do think, Johnny, it's a deeper discipline problem. Not only just the player, and specifically the player, Branch is a repeat offender. I mean, he's already been fined 3 times this year, 7 times last year for over $100K. You know what I can buy with $100K, Johnny? A lot. He's been already suspended, already fined a ton. So he's a repeat offender. But it's like this: if you're not allowing it, you're condoning it. So if even though you come in from day one, we're gonna bite kneecaps, and that's the culture you establish. You're gonna have that hard nose, that heavy hitting culture. This is gonna happen. Now, I don't think it's a bad culture, but I do think that this does not happen as consistently in another program, in another culture. So I do think it is a culture problem, but I don't think their culture is a bad culture. It's just conducive to players doing sometimes reckless and stupid shit. But on top of that, the Lions defense is responsible for 52% of the team's penalties compared to a league average of 34%, and they're number 1 co-ranked in unsportsmanlike conduct penalties. So, I mean, I see a deeper issue, and I've said it before, but it's the sword that you win the battle with, the same sword you fall on to your death. But whether it's the 4th down calls, whether it's the hard, aggressive play style, that's either going to be the reason they win or lose. They're either going to win because of it, or they're going to lose because of it. Only one team can win, so unfortunately, they're probably going to lose because of it more than they win because of it. But I don't think it's anything to worry about, though. To your point, it's not a huge deal. But I do think, does this happen on an Andy Reid team? Probably not.
Yeah, probably not. But it's just, once again, I mean, you know who Brian Branch is, so it's like you've signed up for it. Now, mind you, it's like a uniquely dumb thing that he did, but it's not super out of character for him to be aggressive. It's just he picked the wrong time to do it. He should have done it in like the 4th quarter. Then they just throw you out of the game.
Yeah, that counters your suspension right there. You're already losing, so you know what I'm saying? Nothing to lose.
Might as well get your lick back.
get your lick back. But do you think the 1 game suspension was fair?
Yeah, you have to.
Have to get him at least one?
Yeah, because he did it at the end of the game. Like, you have to. Or the game's over. You can't throw him out of a game, so you have to suspend him from the next one. It's kind of the flip side of the I brought up before Jalen Carter thing, where it was like Jalen Carter got thrown out of the game before the first snap. So they were like, yeah, that counts as his 1 game suspension. And so it's kind of the flip side where it's like, it was after the game was over, you have to get thrown out of a game. Like, the rule is if you hit somebody in the face, you get thrown out of the game. The game was over, therefore you get thrown out of next game. So it makes sense.
Yeah, I think it's fair. Might be a little lenient with the repeat offender. I don't know. I disagree with you, Johnny. I think it's worse than Jalen Carter spitting. Why do you think the spitting is worse than him hitting him in the face?
Because this stuff happens on the field. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, people get into fights. Like, it happens all the time. Like, once a week there's a fight. Like, but spitting on a guy is just so deeply disrespectful and bizarre that you never see it. Like, yeah, spitting is worse.
Dang.
Like, both of them are fighting. It's it's at very least equivalent.
Well, if you spit on someone, you should expect they're gonna swing.
Exactly.
I don't know, man. I mean, from a standpoint of like legality, I don't think so. I definitely think that's like if
they're both battery.
Worse. Really?
Legally speaking, they're both battery. Yeah. If you do it to a person on the street, if you spit on somebody
on the street,
that is still battery.
You go to jail?
No, it wouldn't be felony battery. It would be like, it would be, I don't know if it's assault or battery, but whatever. It is prosecuted the same. That you like it's a form of attack. Spitting on. Yeah, it's illegal. I just thought that
was a street code. I just thought it was like street code. Like, hey,
no, it is fully illegal to spit on somebody. Okay. As far as like, yeah, you are. It's like, you know what it is? It's like the equivalent of like pissing on someone.
What?
You know what I'm saying?
Well, no, before you even get to that point, you're gonna get the public exposure charge. You know what I'm saying? Right.
But like it's the equivalent of it. You're like putting your bodily fluids on someone intentionally. It's gross. You don't do it.
All right, get behind that. But yeah, I mean, it's got to at least be the 1 game though. Yeah, Jalen Carter set a precedent with it. I mean, 1 game for incidents like that, at least so far, until somebody gets more. So no, I think it's fair. Sucks for the Lions, like you said. They're already a little bit thin on the back end. Now they're missing somebody that they could definitely use next week. So we'll see. But you know, Bucks are also a little thin on the opposite side. I
mean, but it doesn't seem to be holding the Bucks back.
Yeah, it doesn't seem to hurt though. It doesn't seem to hurt. So Johnny, the Chiefs offense has now scored 95 points in the last 3 games. After a slow start to the season, are we seeing the former Super Bowl champs round back into Super Bowl form?
Yes, the Chiefs are back. And it's the type of Chiefs that we all fell in love with. The Chiefs that everyone in the league didn't hate. It was
the underdog Chiefs?
What? Not the underdog Chiefs, but the exciting Chiefs. The exciting offense Chiefs. And now, mind you, people are still going to hate them because it's too far gone. But, like, as someone who likes the Chiefs, who cheers for them in most matchups, there aren't many matchups I won't cheer for the Chiefs because I just, like I said, I like them. I like Andy Reid. I cheered for them when they were like the fun new team that was good. And I just never fell out of love with them. I just think like it's a great team. And I like the idea of Patrick Mahomes chasing Tom Brady. So I think that's really cool. So I enjoy rooting for them. I mean, it's just been a return to form. And I'll tell you what, it's been nice for me because some of my predictions that we did prediction week have been rough. Like Nico Collins, Offensive Player of the Year. That one I don't think is going to come to fruition unless he starts going on a Puka Nacua like tear for the rest of the season. But man, that offensive line is not doing him any favors. All that to say, my MVP pick currently, Vegas agrees with me. Patrick Mahomes is now the odds-on favorite to win. Yes, he is the odds-on favorite to win MVP this season.
Over Baker.
If the season ends today, it's Baker. But projected out, they think that it's going to be Mahomes.
That's crazy.
I think the assumption is just that, like, they think that Baker, Vegas just thinks that what Baker's doing is unsustainable. As far as a continuing winning at this rate, every game has come down to the last possession. So, man, if Baker doesn't make that insane rush for 17 yards that he did, that, like, I just don't know. Is he the only player in the league that could do that? Like, I don't know that type of run. I don't know, like, if, like, Lamar would have done it differently and Haley's husband would have done it differently and all that. But, like, Baker just, like, shaking someone off of him and, like, running forward and stumbling a bit and, like, just kind of, like, bumbling down and then falling forward and extending out for 3 more yards. Like, who's doing that? Like, I don't know.
No, it's like that backyard Thanksgiving ball. Dude, just...
Yeah, it was just very funny.
It's a dog.
And so, but, like, if that doesn't happen, they probably lose that game. So, and mind you, I have the Bucks winning the NFC, or at least being the 1 seed out of the NFC. So, Baker being the MVP is not a crazy leap from there. But yeah, right now the Vegas odds has Pat Mahomes at number 1. And I can see why. I mean, like, the past 3 weeks, he's just looked immaculate. And I think the league is hungering for, not the league, but the media and the fans who aren't rabid Chiefs haters have a hunger for Pat to return to this. And I think maybe he will get an extra little bump in the voting because it's like, man, we missed this. Like, it's been 3 years, Pat, where you been? Like, this is what we wanted. And so if Rashee Rice coming back breaks that offense out even further.
Him and Hollywood have been looking good too. They've been clicking. Thornton's been doing some stuff. They're gonna be
you're talking, at any given play, you've got Rashee Rice and Kelsey in the middle of the field doing work. Juju can do that too. And Hollywood. These guys can work the middle of the field. And then you've got the legit deep threats in Thornton and Worthy like that. I think that passing game is just going to break wide open. And if Pacheco keeps, he's just looked better and better. So if he keeps steadily improving.
Hey, he can only go up from where he was.
He's looked at least like a actual
starting running back.
Starting RB again. He's at least looking like, maybe they don't have to make a deadline move to get another running back.
They've been using that rookie a lot too. They like 24.
In the passing
Hunt's
game.
going to do what he does too.
Yeah, you've got Hunt for, like, do I need 2 yards? Give it to Kareem Hunt. If it's 1st and 10 and you want to run it, give it to Pacheco. And if it's 3rd and 8 and you want a pass catching back, you go with the rookie whose name escapes me at the moment. So they kind of got like I won't say a 3-headed monster, but a 3-headed unit in the backfield. I just think, like, they were right to address the tackles. That they walked away and were like, we need to address the tackles. We need to get Pat Mahomes time to let plays develop. And
Josh Simmons was a steal.
Josh Simmons, and mind you, he wasn't even there last night or on Sunday night. He was out for personal reasons. So they had the backup tackle there, and he was doing well. So you got an actual unit of tackles that are keeping Mahomes safe, giving him time to let these deep routes develop, and suddenly he's looking better again. So, and that's against a handful of teams with good pass rushes, good front sevens, against the Giants, who have been really good in the pass rush, against the what's it called? The Lions with Aiden Hutchinson. They've been protecting Mahomes, so it's worked. And I think that it's only up from here, and the AFC looks like there is no actual team that is dominating it aside from the Colts, who I think
know if that's gonna last all year.
Yeah, that's the question, is like how
Probably Irsay aside.
We love Carly and we believe in Carly, but it's just like, it's the Daniel Jones of it all, that we're just like, man, we did watch you play NFL football for 6 years and you were never good. Like, is this real, or is this like an aberration? So we'll see.
Yeah. No, he's not on offense, but shout out to Leo Chanel. That boy, he was on that
former loud plays.
Yeah, he's been turning himself into an every down backer.
Oh, he's good. Yeah, he's good. Yeah. Solid inside guy. Karlaftis is good too. Karlaftis gets in there.
Yeah. No, they've done a good job of developing some of those defensive pieces.
They kind of look the same. Leo Chanel and Karlaftis, like, they kind of just look like the same guy. You put a picture of them up against each other. Like,
I picture them without pads on. I gotta see them side by side.
Yeah.
But nah, I'll agree with you until I see otherwise.
They're just buzz cut white dudes.
Okay, I was gonna say, because I know that what's his name's got a buzz cut.
Yeah.
But I think this, Johnny. So we won't know for another month. We won't know until November 16th. On November 16th, we will finally see them play a true, complete, top-to-bottom defense when they play the Denver Broncos.
Mm-hmm.
And until that moment, I can't pass judgment, because I've been saying all year they're cooked. Dynasty's over. They're done. Some called me an alarmist. But listen, here's what I'm going to say. November 16th, if they beat the Broncos and they do what they just did on that defense, Jerry's not out anymore. We know what it is. So I got another month before I can give you that answer, guys. Another month before I can give you that answer. We'll see.
Kansas City Chiefs score more than 13 points on the Broncos.
Exactly.
That's what it takes.
Because if not, we're going to
win. If you score 11, you're not going to beat them. But if you score 14, you need to get two touchdowns and Harrison Butker. That's the one weakness in that team, bro, is Harrison Butker has been ass. He's been bad.
Oh, he's missed a big kick every game, basically.
Every game he's missed a kick. Yeah, I'm not loving it.
No. Hey, the threshold is this, though. As long as you can get more completions than sacks, it's a good day. It's a good day. But yeah, so we'll find out. We'll find out next month. I don't know right now, but moving on to the next game, Johnny. An MVP moment and a heartbreaking loss. Baker Mayfield's magic lifts injury-riddled Bucs past 49ers, who lose Fred Warner for the season. A game that may have shifted the balance of power in the NFC saw the Bucs beat the 49ers, but the final score only tells half the story. The devastating Fred Warner injury that ends his season was a tragic blow for San Francisco, while an incredible performance from Baker Mayfield has ignited the MVP conversation, especially after he pulled off a win with a skeleton crew of receivers. And Tampa Bay won that game 30-19. Buccaneers going up to 5-1 on the season. 49ers falling to 4-2. But Johnny, the 49ers just lost Fred Warner, the heart and soul of their defense, for the rest of the season. Considering their other injuries, is it an overreaction to say this Fred Warner injury effectively ends their Super Bowl hopes?
Yeah, I mean, they weren't a Super Bowl team going into the season, but now they're definitely not. I think best case for the Niners at this point is sneaking into the playoffs as a wild card. You've lost both of your best defenders. You've lost. Dude. There's something. You can't tell me there's not something going on in that organization that's wrong.
Something crazy.
Something
they gotta fire
weird
that
is,
trainer. They gotta fire that trainer.
I don't know what it is. Because I'm like, it just doesn't make sense for like a team to be this snake bit by injuries. It does not make sense. What is in their team cafeteria? What are they feeding the players? Are they giving them like?
Is this season the curse of the New Orleans blackout Super Bowl? Ravens, 49ers, all these injuries.
Interesting. Yeah, I mean, it's just like it's been multiple years now where you're just like, the only season they were all healthy was the year that they made it to the Super Bowl and lost with Purdy in his rookie year. But like the whole team, man, is injured. Like I can't even wrap my head around it. If I'm a Niners fan, you just got to be despondent. And then also, I mean, we can finally put to rest, like, if you sincerely thought that there was a quarterback controversy in San Francisco,
you're talking to me right now. Oh,
well, I'm not even a Purdy guy. I'm not a Purdy believer. I think he was super overpaid, and it was dumb.
McCorkle had a chance.
You don't pay a quarterback for $50 million a year and not have him be your guy. There was just no world.
Russell Wilson. And I just watched that happen.
After 2 full years of paying him that way. Like,
we're still paying him that way.
Right, that's what I'm saying, but you were paying him for 2 years first. Like, you're not going to just move off of him after 2 games from a backup. And I was like, and Max just shows you, like, he's not really, like, he just had a couple good games, but he's still Mac Jones. He still made some terrible back-breaking mistakes in that game. There was a pick he threw that was just unforgivable, where he missed, I think he missed McCaffrey underneath, or maybe it wasn't McCaffrey, it was Tonjes. He misses Tonjes underneath, who was standing beyond the first down marker, and decided, I'm going to throw it deep into triple coverage to try and hit whoever was downfield. It was such a stupid decision. And there are so many moments like that it just felt like, man, you don't see the field well enough. Like, you're just missing stuff, or you're picking your target before the play starts and following them and letting the defense catch on. There was just a handful of times that he was just punked, and he's not the guy. And all we can do at this point is hope that the offense can, if you're a Niners guy, you got to just hope the offense can keep your head above water and pick on the weaker teams that you have, and you can maybe make it to 10-7. But beyond that, division. Yeah, that division's stronger than anyone thought they were going to be.
Seahawks and the Rams.
Yeah. So the Rams and the Seahawks are in your division now, and they're stronger than anyone thought. The Seahawks seem like they're the best team in it. So now you've got that.
JSN keeps playing like this.
Mm-hmm. So you're just kind of up against it, and your 2 best defenders are gone, and your offense is injured to shit.
Did you see the Juwan Jennings injury report? Bro, he entered the game.
Oh, yeah, it was like 5 broken ribs, a high ankle sprain, and a low ankle sprain.
Something crazy. Yeah. He already had the ankle coming in, but then he left with 5 broken ribs.
Yeah, it's just... It's just nuts, and there's nothing you can do, but there's nothing you can do this season. You're screwed. I'm sorry.
Listen,
I'm sorry, Kyle Shanahan. You're fucked.
It's not your fault, but you're fucked.
But maybe you spend the season figuring out what is going wrong in your organization that's making everyone get injured. Like, do we not remember? Yeah. Was it Dre Greenlaw was the one that ran onto the field in the Super Bowl at overtime?
We're still waiting on him to get healthy in Denver,
and just popped his Achilles. And you're like, what's going on here? Like, something is wrong with this organization.
Yeah, you know what's crazy? When he got hurt in the offseason, it was in a workout. So
all I'm saying,
he carried it with him.
Something is sincerely wrong with this organization.
No, yeah, if you're a San Francisco 49er fan and you have any medical expertise, apply for the nearest hospitals to the fucking 49er stadium because these motherfuckers are in there all day. Like, no, it's over.
So the Chargers guy that punctured Tyrod Taylor's lung, and Tyrod.
I'm sorry.
Baker gave him an interview where he said it's actually. They said, "What is it like going up against your former, the former teammate Tyrod Taylor?" And he goes, "I just want to say it's Tyrod Taylor, and he's just too nice to correct you." And so I was like, "All right, you know what?" So, but Tyrod Taylor getting his lung punctured by the Chargers staff. But that just happens every day in the Niners organization. Yeah.
No, their season's over. It's over. I mean, they're gonna do what they do. They're gonna win games. They're gonna go on streaks. They're gonna convince us that they have a chance. Their offense is gonna look even great at times. But yeah, I'm sorry. You can't convince me that they have a chance. That team is cursed. That team is cursed. I just blocked my dad this morning. He's a 49ers fan. I don't want his name coming across my phone because he might curse me. He might curse me. Like, listen, I don't know. Something's up with that team. But he's the best linebacker in the league. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's unanimous. There might be a couple other people that have
middle linebacker. I would say it's him or like last year you could have made the argument of Zach Bond, but between them, I mean, it's a short list of guys that compare. It's I would say it's Warner.
Right, and essentially quarterback that defense. So no, I don't think they have a chance. I mean, Kyle Shanahan is a great coach, but he's not that good. He's not that great. Not a lot of coaches are. And then on top of that, after they lost Warner, the Bucs averaged 7.2 yards per play, and if that was averaged out to a full game, that would be the worst single game stat as far as yards per play allowed in Kyle Shanahan's entire coaching career with the Niners. So now that defense is lost. They lost Bosa, they lost Warner, they lost Brock, they lost Juwan Jennings. Comes back to lose him again. So no, it's over. It's over. But Johnny, we focus on Baker. But the Bucs defense had 6 sacks and held the 49ers to under 70 yards rushing. Are we sleeping on the Tampa Bay defense as the true strength of this 5-1 team?
I mean, it's both. You don't get to 5-1 with only one side of the ball performing. And Todd Bowles is a great defensive coach. He's always been. No matter how good his teams are or how they're performing, he's always had a good defense. And, he was the mastermind behind their last Super Bowl. I mean, obviously Arians is the coach, but Todd Bowles was the D coordinator. And he has always been able to find creative ways to rush the passer and creative ways to make quarterbacks uncomfortable. So it's not a mega surprise, but like this is what Super Bowl teams are composed of, is a defense that's humming and a quarterback that in any situation, no matter what the circumstances, finds a way to get it done. And I mean, my God, without Bucky Irving, without Godwin, Evans, without Buka goes out middle of the game. Yeah. They're down 2 starting linemen. they're as injured as you can possibly be on that side of the ball, and you literally wouldn't know. There's no drop in production or quality of play from Baker. It's just like the dumbest move in the history of professional sports might have truly, we are looking at it. It was the Browns getting rid of Baker for Deshaun Watson. Not only because Deshaun Watson sucked, not only because they paid him way too much money, not only because of that, but because Baker actually might be a top 5 quarterback. Baker might actually be an MVP and might actually be a future Hall of Famer. And you squandered it because you were dumb and short-sighted. Like, funny. Maybe the guy that willed your team to the playoffs for the first time and won a playoff game for the first time in decades. Maybe he was actually good. And you should have maybe given him another shot instead of just moving off of him after 2.5 years. Cool.
That's some Brown shit. That's
some Brown shit. You're like, how has Bryce Young gotten a longer leash than Cleveland gave Baker Mayfield? I have no idea. But
and they got a better receiving core right now than he has when his top 3 receivers are hurt.
It's just crazy how productive it's been, and you would never know. If you didn't know, you didn't have the names on the back of the jerseys, you would have no idea that he wasn't throwing it to his full starting lineup.
Tez Johnson's amazing.
You wouldn't know. You'd be like, okay, wow, Egbuka broke a big one. Wow, look at that. Mike Evans going up for a you would have no idea if you couldn't see the names on the back of the jerseys.
Right.
So yeah, it's just phenomenal. It's been I don't want to say it's been a revelation because we knew Baker was this guy after a couple of years. He's been this guy for a bit now, ever since he got to Tampa. But this season, he's really stamping how important and good of a player he is for his team, that no matter what kind of circumstances you throw at him, he will just find a way to get it done. And it's the mark of a great quarterback. It's a mark of a top 5 quarterback, of one of these guys. I'm there, man. I'm there where it's if we're saying Burrow is not in the conversation, then I think Baker is 4. Wow. You know what I mean? If we're saying Burrow's injured and get him out of here, he's out for the season. Well, I'm not doing hypotheticals, then Baker's 4. It's Pat Mahomes, Lamar Jackson, Haley's husband, and Baker. That's what it is. That's the guys.
His offense looks better than it did with Tom there, to be honest with you. At its peak?
Tom
it's not
had
the
a couple.
same.
He had a couple years where he was really lighting it up.
He did, but I think his thing was more about the culture and the structure that he established with them. But I'm talking electric. You said who else could do that run Baker did? Tom damn well can't pull that run off.
No shot. No, Tom would have pooch punted there or something. But it was just, he's just that good. And he hasn't been turning the ball over like he did last year and the year before. Last year he had 15 picks or something. So he was turning it over a little more than you want him to. He hasn't been doing that this year. He's been getting it done wherever, however. He's just stalwart in the pocket. He moves. He's fearless. He'll truck guys when he's running. And it's just, he's a dog. And it's just so fun to watch. Did
you see him after that penalty when he got hit and he got up and just started going crazy?
Yeah, and I'll tell you, man, I'm glad he's not in my division anymore. Because if this guy was in my division, if I really had to look up every day and see Joe Burrow, Lamar Jackson, and Baker, and this version of Baker in my division, I would be despondent. It would be one really break. Tough.
You get Dylan Gabriel for right now.
For now.
Yeah. Oh, Shador, he's second now. I'm saying he's on the rise.
Man.
Oh,
he's gonna be first.
We gotta get there. We gotta get there.
Gabriel's bad. He is not good. He's really bad.
Bro, I don't know. They let him throw 55 fucking times a game.
Yeah, because he sucks and they have to. Like, I don't know. It's bad, man. Some of the, I watched that Steelers game. Obviously, he's bad. He's really not good. There were moments where there was a moment where Judy was wide open in the end zone, had fully beat the Steelers defense, and Gabriel could not get it to him. Just fully off target pass.
Yeah, processing there, but you got to have the other stuff that get the ball there to him. But no,
you
Johnny,
got to see over the line.
I don't think that we're sleeping on the defense for Tampa Bay. I mean, we knew they were good. They got, like you said, Todd Bowles, great defensive coach. Might argue that maybe he looks better in a hard hat than in a general's uniform. Could argue that potentially, but defense is good. That's his calling. But I don't think it's the hero of the team. Baker Mayfield is carrying right now. Like, Baker Mayfield is just, he's carrying. I mean, you're talking Tez Johnson, the other Johnson kid,
Cameron Johnson.
Cameron Johnson. That was his first catch ever for a touchdown. Tez Johnson. Now that was a crazy catch on his side. Did you see how he caught that shit, bro? He caught that shit with three fingers going down, bro.
Fingertips, gets to do a flip.
And
did you know?
The MVP? Did you hear about? Yeah, is that what you're gonna say?
No, I was gonna say the other thing I learned about Tez Johnson, which I thought was interesting.
Bo Nix, brother.
He's Bo Nix's brother. I didn't know that. I was like, obviously I didn't know who Tez Johnson was, but they say they're like, that's Bo Nix's brother. I'm like, what? I like look it up. I'm like, yeah, Bo Nix, yeah.
It's like not like obviously biological, obviously not, but like,
no, yeah, but his family adopted him.
Family super close, they adopted him. That's why that's one of the reasons Bo went to Oregon.
Yeah, they adopted him. He lived in like government housing until like 15, and then Bo Nix's family adopted him.
Yeah, the Broncos could have had him. But no, yeah, it was crazy. No, but they were saying after that when they were yelling MVP, and he's like, well, I ain't even do nothing all year. And Sterling Shepard's like, that's for Baker. Yeah,
I mean, it's an endearing moment. It's a nice moment.
It's so dope. No, it's
cool. A team that, man,
it's hard to root against the Bucks. Like
the confetti test.
Root for the Bucks.
Do you know the confetti test? You heard this? It's a Bill Simmons thing.
What is it?
Can you picture the confetti when they win the Super Bowl? Can you picture this team covered in confetti?
Oh, Baker Mayfield? Yeah.
And I go, this team passes the confetti test, man. Like, that's the problem with the Colts. And it's like, I love Carly. It's in Carly we trust. Carly really did. But it's just so hard to see that blue and white confetti right now, man. Yeah. I just don't know if they passed the confetti test yet. And so we'll see. But right now, I see the red and yellow, the red, white, yellow confetti coming down. I can see that. I can see that in both conferences, really, actually. Now that I think about it, I see both conferences having a red, white, yellow confetti.
Oh, boy. Get out of here. Nah, bro, because I wasn't the Super Bowl colors. You know how that goes. It's always going to be a team that's Super Bowl colors for the picture.
Yeah, except last year it wasn't.
Some bullshit, bro. They mix and morph that, bro. They'll be looking at like two colors, and it'd be like the off-brand version of that fucking color to like the third cousin, and they're like, "Oh, look it, they knew." Like, bro, that's like their third color. It's not even their primary color.
Yeah. Well, last year there was purple in the Super Bowl logo, and so everybody thought it was going to be, Ravens, Niners, or I think it was like purple or red. Last year, I thought it was gonna be Ravens, Niners, or Vikings, Chiefs, and I was like, nope, actually, no purple at all. No purple to be seen. But it's just people like always got to be conspiracy theories.
I don't know if I can give Baker top 5 though just yet. Top 10 at least though. Top 10 at least. I mean,
you are not to be taken seriously if you don't think he's top 10.
Unquestionably top 10. Top 5, I would give him at least. You got to give it some thought. I really got to give it some thought on top 5, but
it's because he's done it for 3 years. Like, this is year 3 of him performing this well, and this is the best version of him. It's like, what is he doing that other teams, or like that any other quarterback outside of like, you know, even if you want to give respect to Burrow, he's still got to be top 5. Who's got a claim over him?
He's got to get to that NFC Championship game at least this year, man. I think that'll really take it to the next step.
Yeah.
Like, nobody will question it. Like
Yeah.
if we were to do a blind test right now and you just swap how far Burrow's gotten, how far Baker's gotten, but you keep Baker's stats, we wouldn't even question it. We'd put Baker up there with Joe.
Yeah.
Intangibles, as far as what you like what they bring to the table, they're very, very similar.
Yeah. Yeah, they do.
But it's great, though. He's finally lifting players because we always knew he was a dog, but what was always the question was his ability to lift players around him that might not be as good as him, and he's doing it. So now I love to see it. But Johnny, we gotta talk about something because last week we alluded to this just a little bit. Now you went on a limb here and said he might do some work, but they're not gonna win. You were wrong. But the next game we're gonna talk about is Dowdle's revenge. Ex-Cowboy runs wild, sets record as Panthers stun Dallas on a walk-off field goal. The story that has the whole league buzzing is the Panthers' upset over the Cowboys, fueled by a legendary performance from Rico Dowdle in the ultimate revenge game. His record-setting day combined with Bryce Young's clutch game-winning drive exposed a Cowboys defense that might be fundamentally broken. For Dallas, this wasn't just a loss, it was an embarrassment. Panthers win 30-27. Panthers go up to 3-3. Cowboys fall to 2-3-1. But Rico Dowdle, man, back to back like Drake. He did it. But who deserves more credit for this upset win, Johnny? Rico Dowdle for his historic emotional performance, or your favorite quarterback in the league, Bryce Young, for his flawless execution on the final 6-minute game-winning drive?
There's not even a question. It's obviously Rico Dowdle. Yeah, sorry, bro. You don't rush for 200 yards in a game and not get all the credit for the win.
All the credit.
Like, what are we talking about here? Like, look, man. Good job to Bryce for not choking the game away in the end. But it's going. I'm gonna need to, if I'm gonna even believe in him a little bit, I'm gonna need to see him win a game where his running back doesn't go for 200 plus all-purpose yards, or his defense doesn't shut out the other team. Like, let's just see a win where he plays well, and he's the reason they win, and then I'm in. And also, like, let's see a final game-winning drive, not against the worst defense in the league. Like, let's just pump the brakes here. But you know what? He did what he had to do. I'm not going to poo-poo the win. He did win. They won. Good job. Rico Dowdle is here. He's legit. You don't rush. You don't have 200 all-purpose games back-to-back on a fluke. That's just not a thing. Like, that's real.
He's not even the starter.
You know what?
Yeah, I was gonna say because you're personally invested in Rico and Hubbard.
I'm not going to speak on this right now. Okay, we're not going to speak on this right now. I'll address it later. All I can say is that Rico is here, and that it's you cannot ignore it. It's too real. You do that back-to-back weeks. I mean, who has rushed for 200 or like gotten 200 all-purpose yards in back-to-back weeks? Like, who has done that recently?
Since Dalvin Cook in 2020.
That's what I'm saying. So, like, we're talking that's Dalvin Cook at his peak, where he was arguably the best back in the league. So that's not a fluke. You don't just do that. It's like a quarterback throwing for 400 back-to-back weeks. That's not a fluke. Like, it means you are him. So shout out Rico Dowdle. I mean, you can't ignore it. What a play, what a game, and he deserves the Panthers' share of the credit. In addition to the defense for making a handful of late game stands to slow down the lethal Cowboys offense. You know, obviously Pickens still got his, Dak still played well, but they really slowed down their run game, and it made it so that the offense became kind of one-dimensional. It became very George Pickens heavy.
He thought he was in the 100-meter hurdles.
Yeah, a lot of jumping from Pickens. But yeah, they just the Panthers defense just found a way to shut down that run game, and it made it easier for them to adjust to what the offense was going to do. So good on them, earned the win, and they're 3-3. Maybe they can have a salvageable season. We're not talking playoffs, but we're talking improvement. And that's all they can really ask for after just being an absolute poverty franchise since Cam Newton left. I mean, it's the first time they've been had a 500 record since Cam Newton was their quarterback.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Dropping bombs. That's crazy. Now I'm not surprised though. No, they've been poverty. Yeah, that Super Bowl. That set both the Panthers and us into a little bit of a spiral for about almost a decade there.
Yeah.
No, I got to give it to Rico Dowdle though. I mean, he broke CMC's record. Christian McCaffrey. You know who that is?
I'm aware.
I mean, what is it about the Panthers? Like, it seems like they don't have an offensive line that's, I don't think, is considered the best in the league. I mean, they don't have a play caller who I think is universally considered great, and they've actually switched coaches and play callers like 3 or 4 times over the course of the last 4 or 5 years. Mm-hmm. But every single running back that lines up in that backfield goes crazy. Not like this per se, but goes crazy. And I don't understand why. Why is their run game always so good? But no, Rico Dowdle, if you break CMC's record...
Let's just have a good field.
A what?
They have a good field. It's a nice field to run on.
Must be. Good running backs coach or something. Maybe he's the only one that stayed there this whole time. But yeah, every time you break CMC's record, I mean... You're already putting yourself ahead of the ball. But he's also the first undrafted player since 1970 to record 200-plus scrimmage yards in back-to-back games. Because he was undrafted, meaning we didn't expect this out of him. So that's crazy because we expected fourth-quarter comebacks from Bryce Young being the first overall pick. We did not expect this from Rico Dowdle against a team who said, you're not good enough. We don't want you. You're not good enough. And he did this? Nah,
mm-hmm.
I got to give it to Rico. We all know what it's like to prove somebody wrong. And Rico feeling good right now. At least till Chuba comes back. But we'll talk about that later. We'll be quick on this one and move to the next game, Johnny. But was this the best revenge game that we've seen in recent history? And where does Rico Dowdle's performance against the Cowboys rank, at least in your mind, all time?
It's probably the best revenge game this season. But in recent history, we can't overlook Saquon's revenge game against the Giants from last year. I mean, that was special. I think he rushed for like 250 in that game. So, I mean, that was impressive. So, I mean, it's probably the best this season, unless there's one I'm heavily forgetting.
No, it's definitely the best this season. Stephon Diggs, but that's not this, though.
Yeah, Diggs was good. It wasn't as good as this. Yeah, it was. Diggs was good, but he didn't even score a touchdown. This was, yeah. Probably the best this season, and probably the best since Saquon's revenge game against the Giants last season. Not his revenge game against the Giants this season. That was rough.
That was rough. Yeah, no, I think recent history serves. Yeah, no, it's one of the better revenge games that I can think of. I mean, talking records being broken. We see revenge games where he gets emotional and players, they do well, but I mean, we're talking somebody put themselves in the place of history in their revenge game. Called out that team in the week before. Said they better be ready.
I think the only other one, it's barely a revenge game because they didn't really do him wrong, but Rodgers had a really good game against the Jets week 1. I mean, he had 4 touchdown performance.
Yeah, I mean, he did good, but I mean, yeah, I don't know.
But is that like he thinks it's a revenge game, but like they never did him wrong.
Right. No, yeah, I don't know. I don't feel like there was that much emotion behind it. I mean, there was a little bit like, oh, he's going back to New York, but it wasn't like this. It wasn't like this. But I mean, if you're going back, you got like Brett Favre to Lambeau for thinking of some going way back. Terrell Owens back to the Eagles. Steve Smith back to the Panthers. But, you know, I don't remember those ones as well as this one. So this is the one I'm going with, Johnny. But next game, I know you were excited about this one. Bijan's big night. Robinson's record-setting 81-yard touchdown run fuels Falcons' upset as Josh Allen and the Bills stumble to their second straight loss. Now, Monday Night Football delivered a certified superstar performance from Atlanta's Bijan Robinson, who ripped off an 80-yard touchdown on his way to a career night. But the bigger story might be in Buffalo, where Josh Allen and the Bills lost their second straight game, raising serious questions about whether the team is in real trouble. Now, the Falcons won that game 24-14, with the Falcons going to 3-2, the Bills falling to 4-2. But Johnny, which was more impressive on Monday night? Bijan Robinson's explosive career best performance, or the Falcons' defensive game plan that held the Bills to under 300 total yards?
I won't go too deep into it. The answer is Bijan, but I will. I don't even have to elaborate. Bijan, it speaks for itself. Just phenomenal. He was unstoppable in every phase of the game, as a receiver, as a running back, as everything. And the thing you really got to credit Bijan with is the fact that he's in a backfield with another running back that gets double-digit touches every game, and it works. Algier, and he's good. Like, Algier kind of deserves to get those touches. And, in the goal line, it works. And when they need to just hard-nose, run it up the middle, he does it. As frustrating as it is for Bijan fantasy owners. But I'm kind of okay with it because it's just, it works, man. Bijan always is fresh. He never feels like he's getting fatigued. He always feels like he's in there on fresh legs. And they just use him really well. It's great. But the Atlanta game plan on defense, especially, it takes a lot of balls to blitz 50-something% of the time against a MVP quarterback. You're not supposed to be able to do that. And they did it over and over with corners, with DNs, with linebackers from all different directions. They confused the O-line. They overwhelmed Haley's husband. They put him in bad positions to where, AJ Terrell on that one play where he rushes in, instantly is in the pocket, and his speed in Haley's husband's peripheral vision, the speed that AJ Terrell came in there made him think, I'm going to die right now if I don't get this ball out, and throws just the goofiest underhanded pass. They overwhelmed him and they made him make a lot of dumb decisions, and then he made a lot of dumb decisions on his own. I've seen a lot of people writing this off. On that final drive, they have a minute left, or a minute 10, a minute 20, no timeouts, down 10. And people are like, he throws that interception at the end. And people are like, well, it was a desperation throw at the end. We're not going to. My guy, I watched that game. Did you watch the game? There was 40 seconds on the clock, and they were at the 20-yard line, ready to score. The That was not a desperation heave like they were at their own 30 with zeros on the clock. There's 40 seconds left. Like, that was still a low chance because you need an onside kick, but that's a winnable game.
And that was not out of reach. A lot of times you'll kick a field goal first because it's easier to score at the end on a touchdown than a field goal if you got to stop the clock.
Right. Like, whatever it is, like, that's still, you're in a position that you're an onside kick away from winning that game, or at least taking it to OT. And it was a really bad pick. Like, it was not like I heaved it into the end zone and two guys went up for it. It was, I threw a duck and none of my receivers were around, and Atlanta grabbed it and won the game.
The same throw that they've given him so much credit for when it's completed. So now you gotta be as negative on the bad side as you are positive on the good side.
Nah, keep that energy, bro. And it's you overwhelmed him and you put him in bad position where he was just getting hit and bumped and he didn't feel like strong.
Right. He
so many times. Yeah, he feels like that's the whole thing. Like, the threat of the Bills offense is when Haley's husband feels like he can like he's a mobile Ben Roethlisberger who can just throw people off of him and keep moving and get yardage and stay standing in the pocket, and it's hard to bring him down. He just felt weak that game. It felt like he never felt like that stoic, statuesque presence that he normally does. And they just and Atlanta overwhelmed him. And I'll tell you what, man. Last week I told you that they were not in panic mode. But you look at it this week, they've been playing this is not just their defense, which their defense is awful. Awful, awful, awful. I mean, they should have been down 28-7. They're just lucky that Drake London stepped out at the last second on that, but they should have been down 28-7 going into half.
Yeah, no, his foot just landed out of bounds. Yeah,
but that offense, go through the teams they've beaten this season.
They're 3-21 combined.
They're not just that, they're bad defenses, really bad defenses. They've beaten Miami, they've beaten Baltimore, they've beaten and who are the other two they've beaten? A couple of other just really bad defenses. The Jets,
and then they've
and there's one more I'm forgetting, but they've just feasted on terrible defenses, and then they've gone up against two defenses that are good in Atlanta and New England, and struggled mightily on the offensive end.
Shout out to New England, first place of the division.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's just kind of like, man, is Buffalo actually like a lot weaker than we think they are this season? Are they like actually extremely flawed and in need of serious retooling around their quarterback? Obviously, you're not going to give up on 17, but right. You're going. I mean,
even if you wanted to, you're already invested.
Yeah, you're not giving up on him. He's too good. But there might be a time to be like, we need to fully retool. This is not working. The way we've built this team right now, it's not working. You know, send McDermott to the glue factory. Send let's try to get somebody in here to catch some passes.
Yeah, man.
And fix the defense.
What's going on with Keon?
I think that Deion Dawkins just really oversold how much of a breakout he was going to have this year. I'll tell you what. I trusted Deion Dawkins, and I apparently shouldn't have done that. So
you mean the man who got a offensive line award created? you trusted him. No.
Well, I think that's a good thing. But
no, it's a good thing. But
I would say that I will not, in the future, I am not going to trust Deion Dawkins' takes anymore.
You can't blame him for being a little biased.
it wasn't like he said Keon's gotten a lot better this offseason. I think you're going to see him take a big step. He said, you don't even understand. I cannot stress this enough. He took a leap that I've never seen a player take in this offseason. He is going to put the whole league on notice. You aren't ready for how good he is. And I was like,
the biggest lateral leap ever.
Yeah, and I'm like, no, Keon looks a little better than he did last season. He took a normal step forward for a, rookie to sophomore season. But yeah, very funny.
Yeah. No, Johnny, I said it last week. I'm not concerned because personally I root on the Bills' downfall. I'll say this. I'll never root against anybody's downfall ever unless the Bills. But yeah. That being said, no, it's concern. Because, again, like we just talked about, you're beating teams that don't have good defenses. They don't have wins. You're losing to teams that are even remotely good. Those two defenses are good. They're not even the best defenses you're going to play all season.
Yeah.
So, something's got to change. It's the coach. I've been saying it. It's the coach, McDermott, bro. And I got a perfect comparison because we just saw it in the college game this week. I think that Sean McDermott is literally James Franklin, bro.
Yeah, like you can put together some good regular seasons, man, but when you always come up short when it counts. You always come up short.
But that's the thing, though. The moment you start losing to teams, because when you beat teams you should beat, and you lose to teams that people think you'll lose to, we'll get mad at you. We'll say, hey, you can't win big games. But it's when you start losing games that we think you should win that it becomes a problem. Now, I can't say it's hot seat just yet, even though I think it should have been a hot seat.
No, it's hot seat.
It should have been a hot seat when they were in the AFC Championship game.
No, they need to make the Super Bowl this year, and if they don't, he's done. Like, I think it's over. If they lose to the Chiefs again, it's over. Like, you don't get to keep coaching that team. What if
they go one and done in the playoffs? Don't even make it there.
Yeah, obviously.
So basically, he's got to get to the Super Bowl.
You have to get to the Super Bowl. Like if you lose at all in the playoffs, or you make it to the AFC Championship and lose to the Chiefs, it's over. Like, it's done. You can't, you're just not the guy. You have now lost. That would mean that you've lost. You already have the record for quarterback losing to another quarterback in playoff history. Like, it is the record for literally never beating someone, or at least it's the most losses that a quarterback has to another quarterback in the playoffs without a win. So 0-4.
Yeah.
Like, there are obviously Brady has a huge edge on Manning in the playoffs, but Peyton's beaten him.
Yeah. Peyton didn't go.
Yeah, Peyton's beaten him a couple of times, so it doesn't count. Sorry, I spaced there. But the Bills have lost every time they bet the Chiefs. If they did it again, now you've increased that record. It's like, wow. Yeah, there's just no question. You get rid of McDermott at that point. It's done. It's Dwayne Casey when he was the coach of the coach of the Raptors.
Fired? Oh,
yeah, it was
right,
but same deal. He was the coach of the Raptors, coach of the year, and they fire him because they went, you just keep getting us right almost there, but you can't get us past it. And everyone thought they were crazy, and then they won the championship the next year. They won the
chip the very next year. Yeah.
So.
No, there's concern. But as that concern occurs, there's a smile on Couch Coach's face because
it's nice when
Bills hate club.
We miss Caleb, but it is nice in a moment like today where we're coming off of a really ugly Bills loss, and we can just be a Bills hate podcast. It's very fun, and moments like this where I can just continue really pouring it on the Haley's husband hate train, where it's you guys think I'm being disrespectful, but I told you what it's going to take.
And he had 2 picks again. He had all the turnovers in that game. He's got 4 picks in the last 3 games.
And even Sleeper Fantasy agrees with me because currently his picture on Sleeper Fantasy is Haley Steinfeld. It's not even him anymore. His photo on Sleeper is Haley Steinfeld. So you tell me, man. Even Sleeper agrees with me. He's Haley's husband until proven otherwise.
But we got one more game to get into, Johnny. And this is an interesting one considering our one of your Grim Reapers from earlier in the year. But Hail Moody, ex-49er kicker, gets redemption with a walk-off winner as Caleb Williams gets revenge in hometown thriller. So in the final game of Week 6, we had an absolute roller coaster. It featured the Caleb Williams revenge game in his hometown, a monster performance from DeAndre Swift, and a devastating Jaden Daniels fumble. But it all came down to Jake Moody, the kicker cut by the 49ers, who drilled the game winner as time expired to cap off an incredible story. Bears win 25, Commanders 24. Bears at 3-2, Commanders now at 3-3. Bears come off a bye week, so that's why they have one less game. They already had their bye. But Johnny, what's the better story here? Caleb Williams getting revenge in his hometown, and revenge meeting that Hail Mary loss last year, or Jake Moody going from being cut to kicking a game winner in his debut and notoriously being cut by the Grim Reaper himself?
I'd say it's Caleb, just because it's quarterbacks. You know, we like quarterbacks more. But it's a great moment for Moody. Mind you, I never said he would never work again in this town. But so just to let you know. But that being said, it's a cool moment for him. I watched it. I went, man, if he misses this kick.
Oh, man. Every kick that he kicked, I was like, oh, man, if he misses.
But all the other ones, who cares? Game winner, you're sitting there like he had to have been just shitting his pants. I can't even imagine the pressure. And he's just sitting there like, if I miss this kick, I'm a regular guy for the rest of my life. I will never play in the NFL again. It is truly over for me. I will have to commit seppuku on the field. I will have to butterfly my ribs open. It will be truly. It would have been over. It would have been truly the end of his career if he misses that kick. And he gave himself life right there. And so good for him. But the bigger story is Caleb, with the small asterisks that he got real lucky because Jaden doesn't fumble that ball in the handoff to Bill, and they're winning that game.
Yeah.
He got real lucky that fumble happens.
It was raining.
But you know what? But you got to take advantage of that luck. You know, you have to take advantage of those moments, and he did. Caleb is looking better and better every game, more confident. The offense looks more competent. They're finding ways to get DeAndre Swift involved, open in space. Manungai gets more work every week. It looks like, you know, they're trying to get him up to the point where he's a consistent change of pace guy. You know, Rome, what a catch that wasn't a catch. He had that catch that they got called back, but man, if he had brought that in, insane. Yeah, it's just they're humming. Like, it's starting to look good. And it's a tough NFC, so I'm not expecting playoffs necessarily yet, but you look down the barrel and see 9-8 and go, that's very reasonable. 9-8's a very reasonable end for this Bears team, and that's a big victory. You know, and if Caleb keeps on looking good and not making dumb mistakes, like Jaden made way more dumb mistakes than Caleb did this game.
Yeah. And
you keep doing that, and suddenly it's a real different opinion that people start to have of that draft class. Because, man, that draft class is starting to look good. if Caleb keeps going, obviously Jaden's stamped. Caleb's looking better. Drake May looks like he might be the best. like Bo Nix made the playoffs year one. Penix, when it's time for Penix to show up, he shows up. You know, he's a little shaky still, but
although the worst out of all 6 of them was the one we could have predicted.
Right.
JJ McCarthy.
And JJ McCarthy, which no one really believed in, but wasn't Rattler also in that draft class?
Yeah,
Rattler's been good. Like, it's kind of a crazy draft class if these guys continue to put
starting
it together.
Quarterbacks in that class.
Yeah. So,
wow.
Yeah, I mean, we're gonna look back on that draft class, I think, very favorably if it continues in this direction. It's been really cool.
No, that could be one of the best all time. Looking back on it, if they continue, if you got to get a couple Super Bowl winners out of those seven, but it's looking good. No, it's looking good. I got to give it to Moody, man. I got to give it to Moody, man. That man, think about it. Imagine if you're in your job, you go into your job, and they go, "Listen, you've been fucking up. You're done," and you get called in by the same exact type of job, different company, and they put you in that same situation a month and a half later, and you kill it, and you thought you weren't even about to have a job. That man was on the practice squad that morning. It was an injury, and he got pulled up.
Santos was injured.
So, I mean, he might not even keep the job, to be honest with you. And with kickers, even if he kept the job, he could miss 3 kicks next week and the whole narrative changes. So,
yeah. No, he got himself another chance. He got himself
another chance. He got himself. So for that, I gotta give it to Moody, because that's beautiful. In the rain, I mean, if there's ever a time to miss, it would have been then. It would have been then on the road. So now I'm going Moody. But listen, Johnny, the Bears have now won. What'd you say?
Moody.
I heard someone earlier. They said Moody rocking everywhere. Moody rocking everywhere.
Whenever I hear Moody, I think of Kendrick Perkins trying to announce that Moses Moody was drafted. And you go Moody.
It's like Gronkowski pronouncing Emeka's name. He botched it. But Johnny, the Bears have now won 3 straight games, the last 2 by a single point. Is this a sign of a resilient, well-coached team, or are they just getting lucky? Are the Bears a legitimate playoff contender in the NFC?
I think I already said, I don't think they're a playoff contender. If they are, they're a 7-seed wild card, just barely make it. But
at best?
I think, at best. Yeah. The NFC is too good. Like I could name you 7 teams better than the Bears right now, easy. You know, I would say like Rams, Seahawks, Lions, Packers, Bucks. I'd say the Falcons are better than the Bears. And yeah, so there's a handful off rip, and then you're throwing in, I'm blanking on an entire division right now. I would say the Eagles are probably better than the Bears, as rough as they look. And I guess technically you're like, commies, are they better? The Bears did beat them. But yeah, I mean, it's like, I think the NFC is too good. Who knows? Giants are frisky. Giants
frisky.
Who knows? They can sneak in. But yeah, I just think
we did say Jackson Dart could get himself a Super Bowl.
Hey man, yeah. We called it on Couch Coach that Jackson Dart would be good. Yeah, I just don't think that I think 9-8's a victory for them, and that's like fine. Like you're not going to be mad about that. And last year they lost a ton of 1-possession games just down in the end, and a lot of it was to bad coaching. Bad clock management, bad coaching, bad intangible situation management. And this one, they're winning these one possession games, and they're making the most of the opportunities that are afforded to them. You're telling me that if with Eberflus with the headset on would have capitalized in that moment after that fumble? I don't know. I kind of doubt it. So I think it is more like good. The coaching makes a difference in these moments, in the one possession situational football moments, and that's what they've done. So Ben Johnson is proving that he knows what he's doing in the head coaching role, at least so far. Caleb looks better. The team looks like a better unit, and they got their lick back from last year. So good for them.
Got their lick
See
back.
how far you can take it.
Got it back. I mean, again, we already know. I picked them to win the NFC North. And listen, right now they don't have any more losses than the leaders in that division. So
That's, technically true.
So they control their own destiny, is what you're telling me. And I think that they're not a legitimate playoff contender as far as winning the Super Bowl, but I think they're a contender as far as winning that division still. I think I'm telling you, something about Ben Johnson. It's something about Ben Johnson, and I think that bye week, it came at the right time. I usually don't like bye weeks coming as early as this early in the season, because now you got to play the whole back stretch of the season with no break. But for a team with a first-year head coach who's still trying to figure things out,
and a young team at that.
Young team. I think that bye week came at a perfect time for them.
For a young team like the Bears, it's a good thing because you can like retool and figure stuff out and lock in more. For an old team like the Steelers, it's not a great time to have your bye week. We wanted our bye week to be like week 11. That's the perfect, right in the middle of the season. That's when we want it. But now we got to play, the Steelers got to play 13 straight games to finish out the season.
Yeah, and then if they go to the Super Bowl, they got another 4. So that's 17 straight games.
Well, according to you, it'd be only another 3.
Oh, another 3. You're right. 16. Look at that. We saved them one.
Mm-hmm.
That's still a ton. That's a whole season after the bye.
It's a whole season, yeah.
Like in the old days. So, yeah, that's tough. I think the Broncos got a bye in like week 11. Actually, I think it's like week 10, 11, somewhere around that range. So, we'll see. But guys, listen up. As you know, not all Sundays are created equal. For some, it was a victory lap filled with highlight reels. For others, it was a long, sleepless night. It's time for Sunday Scaries. And for your first NFL Week 6 Sunday Scary nominee, we have the Dallas Cowboys defense. The Cowboys defense has a monster under the bed, and its name is Rico Dowdle. They got run over by their ex for a franchise record 239 yards. That's passing, or receiving, and rushing there. But talk about a scary reunion that'll haunt your Monday film session. Nominee number 2, the Buffalo Bills. Like we said, it's a Bills hate show today. The Buffalo Bills, nominee number 2. They started 4-0 against teams with a combined 3-21 record, and now they can't stop the bleeding. The Buffalo Bills are staring at a second straight loss, and the panic button is glowing red. Those Bills' fatal flaws are looking scarier than ever. And Sunday Scary number 3, nominee number 3, Brian Branch, with an honorary Juju Smith-Schuster mention. Waking up to a suspension letter from the NFL, that's a massive case of the Brian Branch suspension scaries. He threw a punch, lost his cool, and now he's losing a game check and letting his team down. But hey, at least he got an album cover out of it. And that's why I'm giving Juju the honorary mention there, because I don't know if you saw that picture, Johnny, but it does not do Juju any favors. Brian Branch.
No, I sent it to a couple of friends of mine. I turned it into a meme already.
He wins that picture, bro. That picture, And the only way Juju can come back from that is if he somehow makes that into an album cover or something. Like, that's a meme. That's a meme.
Yeah, I already memed it.
It's so Juju didn't do anything wrong, but a little scary for him too, waking up to social media on Monday.
You don't want to see that picture of you.
That picture, any other picture. That picture, nah, bro.
That one, there was one of Trevor Lawrence too. That was just rough. Of him just getting. Yeah, he fell, and there's I don't remember who it was, the player on top of him, but it is a real embarrassing photo.
But Brian Branch, your third nominee. But Johnny, looking at all our nominees, we have Brian Branch, we have the Cowboys defense and the Buffalo Bills. Who gets the Cold Sweat Award this week? Who had the absolute worst, most sleepless night?
Out of your picks,
yep,
I've got to go the Buffalo Bills. Come on, man. The Buffalo Bills. I mean, my God, embarrassing. Embarrassing. Both phases of the game. They put together 2 competent drives all game on offense. They looked terrible on defense. They were, I mean, they made Drake London look like Julio Jones was back playing, and I mean, it was just real bad. I mean, they gave up the best games of their career to Drake London and Bijan Robinson. So you got to be pretty sleepless there, and then you wake up and see that you're not even leading your division anymore. Yeah, that's rough. At least the Cowboys defense knew they were bad. So it's the Bills, but that's not my pick, though. The Grim Reaper of the NFL has a pick. Now, mind you, I just want to say to the folks at home, I'm still 4 for 4. And then the 5th one, I did give the caveat. This is a long-term one last week was John Harbaugh, but I had to throw it in just because I think it's more impressive for me to call out that John Harbaugh is going to get fired at the end of the season, week 5, as opposed to me calling it out week 17. So I just thought it would be more impressive. Right. But so this one, losing their job is not necessarily mean you're literally kicked off the team or fired. That's not necessarily what it is, but it could mean a demotion at your job, a loss of status. And the Grim Reaper, as much as I don't want to eye this man, it's impossible not to, especially with the camera cutting to him every time Rico Dowdle made a big play. Chuba Hubbard, the Grim Reaper, has pointed his bony finger at you. You are no longer the starting running back on the Carolina Panthers. At best, you are in a committee now. But as I said before, you do not go for 200 plus scrimmage yards 2 weeks in a row on a fluke. That's real, and he will be rewarded for it. And I think that if Chuba comes back this week, we're going to see a Rico Dowdle focused backfield, and at best a 50-50 split. But I think, unfortunately, Chuba's still going to get work because he's being paid $20 million a year almost. He's still going to get paid. He's still going to get work.
Right, just got the
but he is no longer the clear RB1 in that team. He has been dethroned by Rico.
Okay.
That is my official pick this week.
Either way, your fantasy team wins, right?
I mean, I hope so. I hope it's not a 50-50. I hope it's just Rico. But,
you gonna play both? You playing both?
This week, I will let the fans know I am starting Rico Dowdle and not Chuba.
Okay.
I am sticking by this prediction and saying that we are going to see another big Rico game. Not to mention that Chuba is still not a guarantee to come back this week. it is still not at all a lock that he's coming back. So could still just be a Rico Dowdle backfield. But Chuba, even if he is back, especially with a calf injury coming back from that, which is something that can be re-aggravated easily and can turn into something worse. We all know that calves become Achilles real quick. That it's going to be Rico's backfield, I think. Whether that reflects in total snap count immediately is to be seen, but that's going to be his job. And unless he falls off a cliff, which I do not foresee happening because that doesn't happen. The only real thing you can say about Rico that could dissuade one is that he has gotten a lot of touches to get to that point. I mean, he had 30 touches last game. So, maybe it's not a 200 yard. I mean, so then if you cut his touches in half and he's got 15, what's he going to get? 125 yards all purpose? Like, oh man, what a fall off. Anyway, I just think that, that's my pick. Chuba Hubbard, Grim Reaped.
Yeah, man. So I gotta agree with you on the Bills there. That's definitely the cold sweat award, especially them Bills fans. Because 4-0, they were talking all that talk. 4-2, I don't know. 4-3, and then 4-4, we gonna see. So I think the Bills might have a losing record this year, Johnny.
That's a hot take. We stopped doing Sports Stradamus, but book it, folks. Coogii says the Bills will have a losing
if it keeps
record.
Going like this, listen.
I won't go that far, but I would relish in it if it did happen.
Nah, I need Josh to do well if they do, though. My fantasy team depends on it. I need that chip.
Yeah, you did.
I need
what
that
a year
chip
to draft him.
I know, right? Jesus, man. But anyway, not everyone caught a case of Sunday Scaries. Rico Dowdle, Johnny, we've alluded to this a little bit, but he was sleeping all right. He went to bed with the sweetest dreams imaginable. He got his revenge game, broke a franchise record, and sent his old team packing with a loss. That's what you call sleeping like a king. They should have buckled up. Rico Dowdle.
Chin straps.
He's got himself a job now, according to Johnny. How about listen, guys? Check this out. It's time for Couch Coach of the Year, where we determine which coach is crowned Couch Coach of the Year through weekly picks. If you think you can beat us, submit your picks for the following games by the start of Thursday night's game for a chance to be featured in a future segment. Now, Johnny, it was you had a good week. 4-2. It was a rough week for me. When we made the picks last week, because I had some lone wolf picks, I said to myself, either you both are going to be real bad or I'm going to be real bad. Well, I was on the bad end of that side of things. I was 1-5 last week, and I forgot about the Patriots game. So when I was going through it, I was like, no way I'm 0-5 right now. And then I saw the Patriots game, and I was like, oh, thank God. Well, I was 1-5. You were 4-2. Caleb was also 4-2. Which puts you at 15-13 in the lead. Caleb at 14-14 in second place. And me at 11-17 in third. It was a tough week, as I said. Lone Wolf picks. Johnny with the Bucks. Only one that picked the Bucks, which is actually surprising.
That's kind of crazy.
In hindsight, it's kind of surprising. And then Caleb with the Panthers. And that's 2 times in a row the Panthers have been the Lone Wolf pick winner.
For Caleb. That's really
Good
funny.
luck.
And I wish I was a lone wolf on the Chiefs, but Caleb had to go with me on the Chiefs. I really wish I was the lone wolf on that. And
I'm the first person to ever give themselves a caveat and lose so far this season. I said if Mac Jones plays, they're going to win. If Brock plays, they're going to lose. Mac Jones played and they lost.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I thought this was interesting, Johnny. Our combined record on the season is 40-44. So as a couch coach crew, we got some work to do.
I'm doing a lot of heavy lifting here,
You're
guys.
doing the heavy lifting. I'm dragging us down, but we need that middle piece to pick it up a little bit.
It'd be interesting to go back and see like against the spread how we're doing. Like if we took our teams, like all of our picks, and like put them against the spread to see how we're doing.
We'll get that. We'll get that for next time.
It would be interesting, but yeah.
We'll get that for next time. But yeah, no, that'd be interesting. Although we haven't really been taking the spreads into account, so I feel like it might be worse.
Well, because they're all, I mean, we're picking the closest spreads, and that's what we're picking. So, like,
so if you pick the winner,
in all actuality,
spread.
Not always. Like I know, like for example, the Cowboys were -3.5. Say the Cowboys won by a field goal instead, and I picked the Cowboys. I still wouldn't have been right against the spread, though.
Right, but anything 1.5 or less. I mean, it's not impossible, but it's highly likely that you're gonna.
Right. Yeah. So it just depends.
So that might help us.
Mm-hmm.
But listen, Johnny, we got 7 matchups, or actually no, week 7 matchups. We got 6. We got closer lines this week, and these are as recent as earlier today. So we're all up to date on the action.
As of October 14th, earlier this morning.
That is. They're going to change between now and then?
Well, I'm just telling the people at home when these lines are accurate as of, because who knows? I mean,
I guess if you get a big injury or something.
Right, exactly. We have no idea.
Yeah.
Things change.
But the first game, Johnny, we have the Philadelphia Eagles at the Minnesota Vikings. And they're giving the Vikings a 1.5.
Let's go, Eagles. Come on. You guys got to fucking pull something out at some point, right? You're not just going to be ass the rest of the season. Give me the Eagles. Too much talent.
That's a tough one. Because I'd like to think the Super Bowl champion isn't going to lose 3 straight. Right? I mean, they can't possibly lose again.
You would think.
But then again, Brian Flores could be an X factor. Very good D coordinator. I don't know the status of JJ. I don't know if it's JJ or Carson going. But they got Jettas.
Carson revenge game?
Ooh. Give me the Vikings.
Okay, he likes
the Vikings. I like it. And Caleb, for this, he's got the Eagles.
Of course he has the Eagles. That's his team.
I didn't even think about that. Yeah, that makes sense. Hey, listen,
Man,
Wolf.
It really sucks to not have Caleb on here, though, this week. So I can flame him a bit. About the Eagles.
With the Giants?
Oof. Yeah, come on.
Scatterbo. We got Scatterbo, the creatine Caucasians.
Exactly.
Yeah, I got Vikings, you got Eagles, Caleb's got Eagles. Our second game, the Carolina Panthers at the New York Jets. And they're giving the Jets a 1.5.
Yeah, man. I gotta be honest. As much as I don't believe in Bryce Young, you know who I believe in less? The New York Jets as a franchise. We're gonna go with the Panthers this time.
I'm saying, could they be the first 0-17 team? They gotta beat somebody.
I mean, yeah, they gotta beat somebody. But you know what? Until they show me any reason to believe that they could beat somebody, they're likely not gonna have Garrett Wilson. Like, what are we doing here? Is he officially out? Is he officially not playing?
He can miss a couple weeks, yeah. He might miss a couple weeks.
Okay. So no Garrett Wilson. Yeah, no shot. No shot.
I'm going Panthers as well. I want to get in on that Panthers magic. They got the back-to-back. Caleb also has the Panthers.
Of course. Who's picking the Jets, man? I picked the Jets that 1 week against the Dolphins. Never again.
And they lost.
Never again am I picking the Jets.
Yeah. So, all right. It's unanimous Panthers on that one. Wow, I'll be the first unanimous Panthers pick until. Well, never mind. When they pick this week, they're definitely be a lot of unanimous Panthers picks. Yeah. Colts, Indianapolis Colts at the Los Angeles Chargers. Whew, the only two teams to beat the Broncos. They're playing.
Mm-hmm.
It's a win-win either way for me.
In.
Oh,
Carly.
and they're giving the Colts a 1.5.
In Carly we trust. What more do I say? Of course, Carly Ursay will will the Colts to yet another victory. I'll tell you what. Look, man. Post the alt injury, the Chargers offense has just not looked as good. Do we know if Quentin Johnston is going to be back? If Quentin Johnston is not there, then you're now still counting on, a depleted receiving core, a depleted O-line, and
running back.
Kamani Vidal is good, but the it seems like he showed up. But to beat the Colts, you have to beat them in a shootout. Like, that's how they've won every game, is a shootout. Their offense is real. This is an offensive team, and their defense is no slouch. Do I think that the Chargers, as presently constituted, can keep up? No. Do I believe in Carly? Yes. But this is a legitimate. I think that the way the Colts are playing football right now is not conducive to the Chargers beating them. So, give me the Colts.
I am also going with the Colts. Carly, we trust.
And Carly, we trust.
And then after this week, when the Chargers lose, the Broncos win, they will be first place in the division. Sole first place. Oh, it feels good. Give me the Colts. Yeah. Give me the Colts. Baby horses. Caleb also has the Colts.
What are we? We are the Bills Hate Podcast. We're the Grim Reaper Podcast. And we are the Carly Ursay Podcast. We are the Carly Ursay. We brand ourselves as the Carly Ursay Podcast.
Oh, man. Now we got to ride that wave.
I talked to my friend Sean. I said, one of these days, after like a real big Colts win, we got to have you on the podcast to really just gas up Carly. So I got a Colts fan that we'll get on here eventually. He said he'd be down.
One day we might get Carly.
We honestly, if we go the whole season gassing Carly and they do pass the confetti test and they win the Super Bowl, we got to get Carly on.
We got to get Carly.
Really, I mean, it's like, Carly, we've been your biggest fans.
No, I'll hit her up like crazy. We'll hit her up like crazy for sure.
We'll do a super cut of all the times that we've talked about Carly Ursay. We'll tweet it at her. We'll get in touch with their publicist. We'll go, we have been gassing Carly from day one.
We'll have the Carly Ursay episode with all the cuts of Carly Ursay, and then the following episode will be the Carly Ursay interview.
Man, I mean, that would be amazing.
Oh my God. Bro, that'd be a crazy interview too. That'd be crazy. She'd be wearing the headset.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she'd have to.
Has to. She's a couch coach. Come on now. Got to.
Exactly. She's on the sideline. What are we talking about?
Sideline coach. Yeah.
Regular coach.
Game number 4. We have the Washington Commanders at the Dallas Cowboys. They are giving the Cowboys a 1.5.
Come on, got to give me the commies. I'm not. I mean, it's that's probably going to be a high scoring game. But I'm not going to trust that Dallas defense can slow down Jaden, and I think that at the end of the day, just the better defense will prevail, and that is the Commanders' defense. So, give me the commies.
Yeah, I'm taking the commies too.
That'll be a good game, though, I think. That'll be a close game.
Jaden Daniels made a mistake at the end of the game last week. He won't do it again.
No. He'll be healthier. Yeah. Maybe they'll get a couple. Maybe they'll get Terry back. Suddenly, they got a better.
They don't even have Terry. So, Debo's been doing some work, though.
Yeah.
Caleb also picked the Commies. Man, we're going to all either be great or bad this week.
Come on, we're all moving as one.
Atlanta Falcons at the San Francisco 49ers, and they are giving the Falcons 2.5 points.
Man, I'm really just picking with Caleb every time because I know he texted. And Caleb, just peek behind the screen. Caleb did text his picks to our group chat.
He picked all the road teams, bro.
And I just, look, man, what am I supposed to do? Not believe in Michael Penix, not believe in Bijan, not believe in Drake London, not believe in that defense, and believe in the injured 49ers? No shot. Give me the Atlanta Falcons with the left-handed black quarterback named Michael, whose last name is one letter off of the male phallic organ. Come on. Give me that.
He actually picked the 49ers, though. This is the only home team he picked.
Well, that's just crazy. That's just crazy. The only one I could have been swayed on really was I can very much see the Cowboys winning that game. That's just a pure offensive shootout, and
division game.
Dak just has the ball last. You know what I mean? I could see that. This one? What are we talking about? No Fred Warner, no Nick Bosa, no receivers.
2 hurt quarterbacks.
2 hurt quarterbacks? What are we talking about here? Give me the Falcons. Double the spread. What do I care?
I'm off the Niners. I can't.
I had the Niners projected to win their division in the predictions. Mind you, I had the Falcons making the playoffs, but there's no shot. What do I have to believe in? I have Christian McCaffrey. That's it. I mean, Kittle's got to be back soon, but
I don't even know, though. It looks like they might as well go with Tonjes at this point. No, they have so few receivers, they could just run a 2 tight end set the entire game.
I'm kind of shocked. I thought Kittle was supposed to only be out 4 weeks. What's up with that?
It'd be weird. It depends on when their bye week is. Maybe they're trying to time it up.
I don't know.
Some shady shit. But yeah, I got the Falcons. I can't pick with the Niners again right now. They got to show me something. And by something, I mean they got to show me a clean injury report, because it's not good. It's not good. And what they just did the Falcons did to the Bills, I don't see them coming off that game.
I believe you. You never gave us nothing to believe in.
So yeah, Falcons. So yeah, me and you Falcons, Caleb 49ers. But last game, Johnny, the Los Angeles Rams at the Jacksonville Jaguars, and they are giving the Jaguars 2.5 points.
Well, I'll tell you what. There are the Jacksonville Jaguars, who are a solid team. And the Rams are a good team. The Rams are really good.
Puka hurt?
Puka's hurt. We're not sure how hurt, but he's hurt. He came back in the game. So he wasn't out the whole game. He came back. So, but we'll see what they want to do managing that injury moving forward. All I can say is the Jacksonville Jaguars are a different team across the pond. This is the Jags playing a true home game in bloody old London, England. And for some reason, they play better when they're in London. Give me the Jags in London. Home team, baby.
And Caleb's picking the Rams. That's crazy, Johnny, because I want to pick the Jags so bad, but you picked them first.
Hey man, I just want you to think about real quick where this has gotten you so far this season.
Yeah, you're right.
Where has it gotten you so far this season and not go with your gut and to go against me?
What good does it do me though if we get the same record?
Good question.
You're right. It'll help the collective couch coach record.
Exactly.
Teamwork makes the dream work. Give me the Duval Jaguars. The London Duval Jaguars.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Liam Coleman's from that McVay tree, isn't he?
Yes, he's McVay. Yes, he's the McVay tree.
So that could be an interesting matchup. Could be an interesting matchup. Just make sure, Sean McVay, make sure you keep Liam's name out your mouth.
I could see that being a low-scoring affair. I could see that being
really those two teams,
because they're scrappy defenses.
They are.
Yeah, I could see that. Not super low-scoring, but I could see that game being like 2017. Something like nothing crazy.
Yeah, I could see a lot of stats, but a bend don't break approach from the defenses, where like they're gonna give up stats, but like they're gonna hunker down in the red zone. And then turnovers. I think turnovers would be the difference with these two teams. Turnovers and sacks.
What we didn't mention? I just want to throw in just a little thing. Was it McPherson that would have hit the longest field goal in NFL history, but they called the timeout to ice him, and he kicked the field goal still and made it, and then they had to kick it again and he missed it? I think it was McPherson. I think he hit a 68-yarder or a 67-yarder. Yeah, during this week, yeah.
Bro, I thought he was cooked. I thought he lost his job last year, bro, to be honest with you. I saw him on
Yeah.
Maybe he got hurt. But I saw him on the kicking one day, and I was like, bro, I thought he lost his job.
No, he's still there. But
I used to hate McPherson. I used to hate McPherson.
We've talked about it on the podcast.
Passion.
Fans know that he does not like Evan McPherson.
Nah, I mean, now it's cool. It's cool now.
Yeah.
But back then, ooh boy, man, you would think I was rooting on that man's downfall. I was rooting on that man's downfall. When I thought he lost his job, I was like, look at that nigga. I still got mine. No. Anyway, yeah. Caleb got the Rams. You got the Jaguars. I got the Jaguars. Johnny and I got pretty much identical picks this week. So
not the Eagles and Vikings though.
So yeah, I got a chance to beat them. But listen, guys, moving on. In this next segment, guys, we have to start them off with an advisory warning. Listen, if you are not a fan of Uno, if you are not a fan of Monopoly, if you are not a fan of Connect 4, this segment is not for you, and we advise you jump to the next segment. But for the rest of you, let's play a game. I'm excited, Johnny. You said you had a game ready for us this week. You said you had one. Is this where are we competing, or is it the house?
It's going to be you and me competing, and it's not a new game. It's a game that I brought last time, but I told you I had some more categories left.
Yeah.
And I would be remiss if I didn't actually exhaust these. So it's going to be you and me playing the same game. For anyone that wasn't here last time and hasn't seen this exact game played on TikTok and short form content ad nauseum, let me explain. Coogii and I are going to be spinning a wheel of every NFL team, and we have to make the best possible combination at each position. So we each have to pick a quarterback, running back, 2 wide receivers, a tight end, and 2 defensive players.
Yep.
Okay? But there's a twist here. Some of these are going to be specific categories that might picking the best actual player is not actually the right move. For example, last time we did a category of the worst, all-time worst, as specific as you can get, where, for example, we had the pick Hassan Reddick on the Jets holding out. We had the pick AB no shirt. We had Fat Eddie Lacy, for example. So we're not just making this, we're categories here, we're making it fun. So anyway, this is going to be me and Coogii, but we're going to start with an easy one, an easy category we can all wrap our heads around. This is going to be all-time players instantly in their prime. So for example, you could actually pick, if you picked Matt Ryan, you would get Matt Ryan's MVP season, for example. So you're getting the best version of whichever player you pick. Okay? So we're going to start with Coogii. Remember, we need a quarterback, running back, 2 receivers, a tight end, and 2 defensive players.
Yep.
And your team, and we each get 1 skip per round. Okay?
Oh, yeah.
One skip per round. Coogii, your first team is the Miami Dolphins. All time in their prime.
Man, I don't want to waste the obvious one. Early.
Oh, and I'll give you one as well, too. If you pick Tyreek Hill, you are getting Tyreek Hill on the Chiefs. You're getting whatever you would deem as the best version of Tyreek Hill. So same deal. If you picked Jerry Rice, if you got the Raiders and you picked Jerry Rice, you would get the San Francisco version of Jerry Rice.
Oh, damn. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Then give me... Give me the prime version of Tyreek Hill.
We're going prime Tyreek. You know what? That is an all-time.
It was between him and Dan Marino.
Hey, we can't blame you for that one. Look, Dan Marino is a great quarterback, but there are probably 10 guys better. All right. My turn, and my team is the Seattle Seahawks. Well, I just said it once. And let's run it back. I'm taking Jerry Rice at my wide receiver, who retired with the Seattle Seahawks, or at least played his final season there. Damn. Jerry Rice, great start. All right, Coogii, your next team is, the Denver Broncos.
Ooh.
You got a lot of good options.
Give me Shannon Sharp, baby.
Shannon Sharp, he's taking Unk.
Unk, baby. Give me Unk. In his prime.
Beautiful. All right, prime Shannon Sharp. Could have gone a lot of directions there, but I respect the choice. Wow, what a beautiful, actually Kismet, the Pittsburgh Steelers. Oh. All right, I got a lot of options here, but you know what? This is a tough one. Because this is the steel curtain we're talking about. This is the greatest defenses ever assembled. You got Troy Polamalu. You got Meetin Joe Green. You got James Harrison. TJ Watt is a sack leader. Prime TJ Watt is the all-time sack leader, or the season sack leader. They're all great options. But we're taking a guy in his prime.
Hines Ward?
Oh, come on, Coogii. We got to get Antonio Brown. I got to take Antonio Brown.
AB.
So I have Jerry Rice and Antonio Brown as my receivers, and I will not regret that. All right. Coogii, your next team is the Green Bay Packers.
Green Bay Packers. Ooh.
I mean, come on. You got two great options. Three, really, but two position great options.
Yeah.
You could go show favorite.
I'm going to do it. I think I'm going to do it. Now you said that. I'm thinking.
There are two options. I think there's two really great options. Can't dead air for too long.
You got Reggie White? No. Hold on, no.
Was that your option? Is that your pick?
I have to do it. Give me Sterling Sharp.
Really? Not Reggie White. Okay.
Give me Sterling Sharp.
I was thinking either Aaron Rodgers or
the power of brotherly love.
You want the brothers Sharp.
Sharp brothers, baby.
All right.
Tyreek and the Sharps.
Get the L.A. Rams. Got a lot of good options here.
Sam Bradford.
But there's only going to be one, I think. Look, I mean, there are some fun ones, Dickerson, Marshall Faulk. That's all fun and good. But we need to get our defense built through the trenches.
Oh, boy.
Give me Aaron Donald. There we go. What a squad. It's tough too because you could have gotten prime Von Miller there as well, but I think Aaron Donald speaks for itself. Coogii, back to the Packers for you.
The Packers again. Well, you know what? Now I gotta go Reggie White.
There we go. Podcast favorite Reggie White ending up on Coogii's team.
Look at that.
I mean, if I'm gonna get Aaron Donald, it's a good thing. It's a good thing to match up with him. I am over to the Houston Texans, and well, let's get the gnarliest pass rush. Let's get the most disgusting front line I can get. Give me JJ Watt. I mean, what is that? 3-time defensive player of the year, JJ Watt. 3-time defensive player of the year, Aaron Donald. What more can you ask for?
Got pass rush, you got run stopping.
Yeah, that's just a dirty, dirty team. All right, Coogii, we've got the Arizona Cardinals. You've got quarterback, running back, defense, and lest you forget, whoever you pick, you do get them in their prime of whatever team they played for.
You're right.
But you also have a skip.
Hold on a second. I'm pretty sure this man played for the Cardinals. But I'm not entirely certain. So let me just check real quick.
Who are you thinking?
I got it. He did. Give me Adrian Peterson.
Wow, what a pull, Adrian Peterson. Great pull. Wow. Okay. He did not skip the Cardinals. I think I would have skipped the Cardinals in your position, but you dug deep in your ball knowledge and pulled out one of the only running backs to win MVP. What a pull. We are over to me with the Chicago Bears. Well, there's not many better options here. I think I just got to go with your guy, with the man, the myth, the legend, Sweetness himself. I think we got to go with that. It's the only real position outside of defense that you can go for the Bears. So give me the man of the year, Walter Payton. All right.
Yeah, you're certainly not picking a quarterback with them because Caleb Williams might be the best all time already.
All right, we are over to you, Coogii. You've got a defense and a quarterback that you still need, and your team is the New Orleans Saints.
New
Orleans Saints.
I go a lot of different ways with that.
Some good defensive players have played there. Hall of Famers. Certainly a good quarterback played there.
He did.
Certainly.
I gotta just do one little quick check.
Double check something. He's checking the history. Is this in the spirit of the game? Maybe. Who knows? But I'm allowing it because we're having fun.
I just had to see something. No, not of the team, of the specific player that I had in mind. I just wanted to see how he compared before I sounded crazy. Man, I really want to, but he doesn't make any sense. Drew Brees. Hey, look, man.
There are much worse options. I wanted to
go Archie Manning.
No. Oh, come on. Drew Brees is so much better than Archie Manning. That's not even a question.
He is.
All right.
I wanted the name value.
I have gotten the Pittsburgh Steelers as my next one. But I have a quarterback and tight end. And it's like, we love Bradshaw, we love Ben. Tight end, not a really great option for tight end. What are we going, Heath Miller?
One of the two. Nah, I don't know.
If I had different positions, I would do it. But I'm going to use my skip on my team, the Pittsburgh Steelers. Damn. And we've got the LA Chargers. What a skip. Give me Antonio Gates. Oof. I'm really setting myself up for possible failure here. I'm gambling because my final spin is the quarterback, and I could just easily spin the Bears.
Yeah, no skips. No skips.
No skips. I could spin the Bears. I could spin some bad teams.
Oh, nah, because you get Cam Newton. Fuck.
I get prime Cam Newton. Honestly, that might be my number one pick. Not really, but I've always said, man, I think that Cam Newton's MVP season is, I think, one of the most impressive things I've ever seen in NFL history. Coogii, your final pick. You have to fill out one more defensive position, and you have a skip. The San Francisco 49ers.
Deion Sanders.
What a great pick. I mean, we don't even need it. Prime time, Deion Sanders. And I have rolled mine. It could have gone a lot worse. I've got the Arizona Cardinals.
Ooh, I know who you're
Can't be that bad. Give me Kurt Warner.
Kurt Warner instead of Peterson.
Yeah, can't. I that's what I thought you were going to pick. But you know what, Kurt Warner, I could do a lot worse at quarterback than Hall of Famer Kurt Warner. I'll take that any day. This is greatest show on turf, yeah. Kurt Warner. So I will take that 10 times out of 10. So let me read it down for you folks, and you can vote at home. Who do you think had the better team? We got Coogii, his team quarterbacked by Drew Brees, Adrian Peterson in the backfield, with Tyreek Hill and Sterling Sharp lined up for receiving, Shannon Sharp at tight end, and on the defensive side of the ball in the trenches is Reggie White, and lurking in the defensive backfield is Deion Sanders, floating around prime time and returning kicks and punts too. Can't forget that. What a squad. On the other side, you have my team with Kurt Warner at quarterback. And mind you, everyone, this is prime, the best version of them. Kurt Warner at quarterback, Walter Payton Man of the Year at running back, the lethal wide receiver combination of Jerry Rice and Antonio Brown, Antonio Gates. I doubled up on Antonio's like you doubled up on Sharps at tight end, and the disgusting front seven combo of Aaron Donald and J.J. Watt. Good luck trying to get anything done on this team. You let me know, folks, which one is better. And we'll do one more. I've got a couple options, but I think that this one is this one's a funnier one. We're going to do the NFL all-time honky teams. Okay? So Coogii and I are building all-time honky teams. These are only white players.
That's gonna be tough.
Okay? We're going to see what we can do. Now, look, most positions, it's not too difficult. You know, tight end, defense, quarterback. There's a handful of really good white wide receivers throughout NFL history. But when you get to that running back position, yikes. Yikes. So that's the strategy I'll say. You got to bite when you get an opportunity to get a good white running back. You have to bite because there are not many options. And I will say I will go same rule because this is all time. We will go all time in their prime, same deal. If you get, say, the Arizona Cardinals, you pick J.J. Watt, you get the best version of J.J. Watt. You get J.J. Watt when he was on the Texans.
Yep.
All right. You want to go first or you want me to?
I'll go first.
All right, Coogii, your first team is the San Francisco 49ers. What a start for the all-time honky team. There's really only one option.
Christian McCaffrey.
I mean, honestly, let's just book it here. He might have already won it. Christian McCaffrey, running back. Honky of the year. Best white running back in the history of the NFL. I don't think there's much of an argument. What a start for Coogii. And that means I can't get Christian McCaffrey. All right. We have, for me, the Cincinnati Bengals.
Oh, boy.
Now, look. At quarterback, there's obviously Joe Burrow. It's a great option, but you have to think ahead here. There's a lot of white quarterbacks, as good as or better than Joe Burrow, but there's not a ton of white defenders out there. So just give me season sack leader Trey Hendrickson. Let's just put him on there. Let's get Trey Hendrickson. Let's throw him in there. There are much worse options to have in my front seven from the Cincinnati Bengals. I could have skipped, but I really got to save that skip for if I really need to pull something decent out.
For that
Coogii, your next team is the Las Vegas Raiders. I think we have a pretty good option. There are a handful of guys you can go with.
They got one guy now who's pretty nice, but
that's what I was just thinking. They got a guy right now who's pretty solid. They got two guys right now who are pretty solid, actually. Two white players on that team that are pretty good. Pretty good. One guy you might be forgetting about because he hasn't really been himself this season. He's been nursing an injury. Another guy who's certainly been himself this season. But remember, we're getting the best version of them.
Oh, in defense. You're forgetting Rich Gannon, too, though.
You're not taking Rich Gannon. Come on. You want to waste your quarterback pick on Rich Gannon knowing that there are so many good white quarterbacks all time?
Give me Brock Bowers. Pre-injury this year.
Yeah, of course. No, you're getting Brock Bowers' best version of him, which is the all-time rookie reception leader.
That's tough, though, because there's probably more white tight ends than there are white pass rushers.
There's a lot of white pass rushers. You can find them. They're out there. And it's not just pass rushers. I mean, there's some good white safeties all time.
Riley Moss.
Luke Kuechly, things like that. There's some dudes. So, my turn. All right. Well, I've gotten the Cincinnati Bengals again. Very interesting. Very interesting indeed. I don't want to skip this early. It's so early to skip. Give me Joe Burrow. Give me Joe Burrow. We'll just take that. All right. Coogii, you've got the New York Football Giants.
Ooh. Well,
the New York Football Giants. We need a quarterback, 2 receivers, and 2 defensive players.
This is a tough one. Receivers. Because now all the receivers are black.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of a good Giants white receiver. It's a tough one. Go Jackson Dart.
It's trending there right now. I mean, shit.
It'll be fun.
Defense. Hold on. Defense. They got to have somebody.
Mm-hmm. Trying to think of like their Super Bowl teams. If there's like a good scrappy white linebacker they had or something. I'm forgetting.
Give me a skip.
I don't blame you. Okay. The Detroit Lions. That's not bad. We got some options there. Aiden Hutchinson. We like that. Aiden Hutch. We like Big Hutch. Okay, over to me. We've got the Tennessee Titans. All right. I got to think through. I got to go deep in my knowledge of the Tennessee Titans. Well, my honky bag. I got to go deep in the honky bag. Who's been on the Titans? They definitely haven't had a notable white running back. I'm trying to think like tight ends. Like, have they had a good tight end that I'm just forgetting about, or like a gnarly defender? I don't think so. I'm gonna against my better judgment, I'm gonna use my skip here. All right, we've got the Baltimore Ravens. Good skip. Give me Mark Andrews.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, give me Mark Andrews. I like that. That's a good pick. Real good tight end. Can't complain there. Coogii, you have the Raiders again.
No fucking way. All right. We're going Max Crosby.
Come on, 2 X's. Max, the least white guy on this list, but white nonetheless. Back to me. I've got the Arizona Cardinals. All right. I got to go back in my honky bag again for this one. My honky bag for this.
You got them again?
Yeah. Well, the Cardinals. All right. So, Cardinals, we'll just work this one out real quick. Definitely white running back. That's a tough one. I don't think they have a white running back. I can't even. There's just no shot, right? White receivers on the Cardinals. Who is there? Like just a guy who was just there for a little bit, showed up, caught a couple passes, moved on. Or like a pass rusher. Oh, what am I talking about? J.J. Watt. Let's go. Give me J.J. Watt. He did play for the Cardinals.
That's crazy.
There we go. I almost forgot. I even said him as an example. All right. I've got J.J. Watt on 2 teams today. But there's a lot worse players. Okay. Coogii. Well. The beacon of white players. The New England Patriots. You have a quarterback and 2 receivers you need to fill out. Now, look, here's the problem. You can get the best quarterback of all time. That is how you could just get it right here. But
Wes Welker and Julian Edelman.
There might not be a better well of white wide receivers than the New England Patriots to go to. I mean, we're talking, there's some, it could get real ugly.
I think Tom can make it work. Tom Brady.
All right.
Tom with C-Mac and Brock
Thomas,
Bowers.
Edward, Patrick, Brady. All right. Johnny, I need a receiver now. There we go. The Denver Broncos. All right.
Eric Decker.
I'll take it. Give me Eric Decker. Yep. I could have gone Wes Welker as well, but I think... let's go Wes Welker. I do want to go Wes Welker.
Give me Wes Welker.
Yeah, it's prime Wes Welker.
Yeah,
I
guess that first year of the Broncos, he was still in his prime too.
Yeah, we got prime Wes Welker. I'll take that. That's an ideal white receiver. All right, Coogii, you have. Oh boy! Wow, Coogii's running away with this one. The Los Angeles Rams.
Hold on, is Puka white?
Brother.
Is he?
What are you talking about? Is Puka white? Who cares? There's only one answer here.
He's the best receiver in Rams history.
My guy. There's only one receiver
Cooper
who won the team, the Triple Crown. Thank you. And Super Bowl MVP. Oh my God, Coogii. This isn't even a question. Coogii's running away with this. I have the Washington Commanders. Well, I think of any wide receiver who played for the Commies.
Luke McCaffrey.
Who's white. And that's all I can think of is Luke McCaffrey. I'm going like, man, did like Amendola get like a season in there or something? Like, did Amendola have a stint with the Commanders? But I can't say that for sure. And I don't think it's in the spirit of the game to look it up. So just give me Luke McCaffrey. I still have running back. This is the worst position to be in, is needing a white running back and not having a skip. And that's your last spin. Coogii, you have wide receiver, the Baltimore Ravens. Godspeed. God help you, sir.
I have no skips either.
No skips.
Wait a minute.
He says, wait a minute. Does he have something? He's something deep in the bag. A white wide receiver for the Baltimore Ravens. Can we get there?
That's crazy. They're all black.
It's tough. I mean, I want to see if there even is one.
I feel like Danny Amendola might have played there briefly, but I don't know.
For Baltimore Ravens. Let's see. Oh shit.
Probably not since like the fucking 90s.
It's tough, man. There's really not a lot. You know what? I'll let you have Hayden Hurst if you want.
He's a tight end.
Yeah, I'll let you play him at wide receiver.
They don't have anyone. It's literally.
I already have Andrews. I'll let you go white. I'll let you go tight end. I'll let you dip into tight end if you need someone. It's you gotta pick someone though.
Fuck. All right, hold on. I think I can get somebody. Let me just. Hayden Hurst, I guess. Yeah, I don't fucking know, bro. They don't have anybody.
Honestly, you could play Bowers at wide receiver and put Hayden Hurst at tight end. I think you'll be all right. You got C-Mac. All right, here's the moment of truth, guys. I need to roll this and just hope that I get a white running back team. That's the Houston Texans. I do know of one white running back that played for them. He's not great. But give me Rex Burkhead, who I do know played for the Houston Texans. All right.
Good.
So let me tell you my team first. Joe Burrow at quarterback. That's pretty good. Rex Burkhead at running back. Wes Welker, though, at receiver. That's good. Luke McCaffrey at my other receiver. Mark Andrews, Trey Hendrickson, J.J. Watt. That's not bad. And on Coogie's side, just the GOAT at quarterback, the best white running back ever, future Hall of Famer Christian McCaffrey, Cooper Kupp, the single maybe best wide receiver season ever, Hayden Hurst at his second wide receiver, but that's fine. Going jumbo set with Brock Bowers, and then over on his D-line, Aiden Hutchinson and Double X, Max Crosby. I don't think there's much of a question who has the better team there, Coogii. What a showing from you. And that's all the time we have for this game today, folks. But, you know, if people are loving it, I still got a couple more categories in the back pocket. But I think I'll come up with something new next one. But had a lot of fun doing this.
I'm the champion of white players.
The champion. Coogii knows his honkies.
I know my white people. Listen, listen, Johnny. We're gonna head over to instant replay. We're getting there on time, so we're gonna wrap up with one instant replay tonight, Johnny. Gotcha. Talked about it a little bit before. Rumor mill's heating up, Johnny. We got some AJ Brown rumors, but the trade deadline approaching and a huge name swirling in the rumor mill. Now, with the Eagles struggling, reports suggest star receiver A.J. Brown could be on the move, with one AFC GM telling insiders he thinks a trade wouldn't be a surprise. Now, teams like the Patriots, Steelers, and Jaguars are being named as possible destinations. Which team would benefit most from adding a talent like A.J. Brown, and what would it cost them, Johnny?
Well, I think the team that would benefit the most is certainly the Patriots. They've got a young quarterback with
Booty.
They've got some serviceable wide receivers. Booty had a good game. Diggs had a good game the week before. Pop Douglas is good once in a while. He can show up. But they don't have the guy. AJ Brown shows up in that Drake May offense, and me as an AJ Brown owner in Dynasty, yeah, that would be my ideal world. AJ Brown goes to the Patriots. I've been hearing a lot of Steelers rumors, though. I've been seeing rumors coming out of even what the package in return would be for AJ Brown. And we're talking, it'd be likely Freiermuth, a pick, and either Herbig or Highsmith. So giving, in the wake of Zadarius Smith's retirement, giving the Eagles another lethal pass rusher, in addition to another receiving tight end to make up for the loss of AJ Brown, but somebody that they can put into these jumbo sets to be this more run-heavy team. And a future pick, which, with Howie Roseman at the helm, could turn into the next Hall of Famer. So that's a good trade. The only thing that I've heard really that could dissuade him is that it would be a gnarly cap hit for the Eagles to trade AJ Brown this season. But I could see a world where they're just like, it's time to retool. Howie Roseman's an aggressive GM who makes decisions quickly, does not wait around, is not afraid to do things that other people would be afraid to do. And I think there are two directions you go, which is either the Patriots probably have more picks or young players and things like this that they could offer up, and the Steelers could give you they have a glut of defensive talent that could add to the Eagles to that Eagles defense and bolster them up. So it's really one or the other. The Jags, I just don't know how much it instantly benefits them. I mean, it'd be cool to have BTJ, AJ Brown, and then you're working Travis Hunter in the slot more. As more of a gadget receiver. It'd be cool. It's just not as sexy to me as him going to the Patriots. The Patriots would be the most fun. The Steelers, obviously, me selfishly would love to have the single best wide receiver duo in the league, with all due respect to Jamar Chase and T. Higgins, or Puka and Devontae. It really wouldn't be close. AJ Brown and DK Metcalf, that would just be disgusting. So, real, just physical, gnarly physical receivers that would fit the Steeler model, all that fun stuff. Guys that Rodgers can trust to win their matchups because, he's getting the ball out quick. So we're talking, it's normally you're trying to get it to guys that either can get a yard of separation really fast, or a guy that if they don't have the separation will win that 50-50 ball more often than not. So it could work really well. And either way, but the objective answer, the best choice, is the Patriots.
Yeah. No, I think the Patriots, I'd agree with you on that as well. They just need more, like you said, they need more receivers. I believe in Booty. I mean, they have talent, they have depth, but they need more. They need that number one, and Stephon is number one, but he's still working back. He's still getting there. But AJ, I mean, he wants to go to a team that's going to feed him. So as long as the Patriots are willing to feed him, I mean, that's the destination. I think the Jags would be interesting in the sense of Brian Thomas and him together. Then, like you said, you work in Travis Hunter. But no, I think the Patriots, but I don't know. I mean, I always feel like players should go for more than they do. Like, I'm looking at some players that go for 4th, 5th round picks, and I'm like, I would never trade him for less than a second. But I also know there's more intricacies to it than just, oh, he's a great player. We got him in the 1st round, so let's get this for him. But I mean,
they just have to get something.
At least a couple players in a 3rd or 4th, I would think.
Yeah, they just have to get something to make the dead cap hit worth it, I think, more than anything. Now, before we wrap up, there is one thing I just wanted to add on. So I don't know if we had addressed it on the show before, I don't remember. But in recent news, there, for anyone that isn't up to date on the Kyren Lacy thing,
that shit's terrible.
Who has been, for lack of a better term, outside of the legal system officially yet, has been proven to have been innocent and framed by the police department involving his arrest. The police department has turned around and denied this and released footage to say that actually he did cause this crash. And I, for one, went and watched this footage. It is a stretch to say that he caused that crash is maybe even too generous.
Yeah.
I think that they released the footage assuming people wouldn't watch it and just would take them at their word. And even though Ryan Clark was forced to walk back his take, I will say it very emphatically. Kyren Lacy was innocent. He did not cause that crash. And even if he was passing somebody quickly at the time of the crash, he was not the reason for it. And you can see that plainly in the video. And do not trust these fucking pigs who are trying to cover themselves and not lose their job or go to jail for clearly framing this kid and leading possibly to his suicide. So I'm just letting you people know, all you good folks at home, do not trust what they're saying to you. Watch the video yourself and tell me you think that he caused that crash. But I will say right here, Kyren Lacy was innocent and he was framed.
Nah, bro, they released the video. And I'm watching it, and I'm like, this video doesn't even make it look any better. Like, it didn't improve anything. Like, they were like, yeah. In the video, and maybe there's different angles, but the angle I saw was like, it was a gas station angle, it looked like.
Yeah.
And you literally, you can't even see the crash in their video. You can only hear the crash. So by the time you hear the crash, his car's not even in the video anymore.
He's back in the thing by the time the crash happens. And I'm like, even if the person who was in the crash was swerving out of the way because of him passing at that point, they were so far away that it would be, you would have to assume that that's the person who swerved's fault then.
Right.
Because you swerved way too early and you didn't, like, you know what I'm saying? You acted erratically to somebody passing. You know what I mean? Like, to say he caused it is insane.
Insane.
So
they said all the money they can from the state of Louisiana.
Yeah, I understand you got to make Ryan Clark walk it back because he works for the man and he's beholden to the man to keep his job, and and he's beholden to the same man who almost fired Jimmy Kimmel. But I will just say emphatically, Kyren Lacy was innocent and likely was framed by the police. And the evidence does say so. And that we should not let these cops come out and disparage his memory and tarnish his legacy, because he should be in the NFL right now. And the way that they conducted themselves ruined his life. So that's the one last thing I wanted to add before we do sign off.
Yeah, no, he tragically took his life the day before he was supposed to be arraigned, I believe it was, or go to court.
Yeah.
So.
Yep.
Yeah, and it's things like that, right? I mean, long-lasting impact from things that shouldn't be happening, from bullshit. And you know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter going forward if they're wrong, if they're proven wrong, you know, he can't get his life back. So, and innocent till proven guilty. Innocent till proven guilty. And especially in the media likes to frame this opinion where now they call it, what do they call it? It's like guilty in the public or something, where like even if you're pronounced innocent, like by court, the way the media can frame things, you're pretty much like considered guilty even though you're innocent. And that's kind of what this was beforehand, before there was even anything proven. And that's the problem with society nowadays, is in some degree, is that we have a lot of that happening. People forming those opinions too soon. And obviously, you know, impacted that young man. So now he should be in the NFL right now. He was going to be one of the top picks.
So yeah, just stay woke, keep your eyes open. Don't let these people lie to you. And when it just seems fishy, make sure that you are doing your research and check in, because they will fucking lie to you. These people will lie to you. The people in power will continue to lie to you. They will continue to think that you are not going to check them on things, and you got to hold them accountable and not let them control the narrative. I saw even as recent as when I saw this, that posts on Twitter were getting community noted and saying the Louisiana Police Department actually has released footage proving that Kyren Lacy did cause the crash. And it's like, okay, so we're just going to take their word for it, because I watched the video, but somebody who just sees the community note and didn't watch the video is just going to believe that that's true.
Right.
But no, actually watch it, please. And like actually and cross-reference it with some of the stuff that we saw the lawyer release. And you will see that there was legitimate coercion of the witnesses and legitimate proof that Kyren was not anywhere close enough to definitively say he caused that crash. So I'll have to say rest in peace, Kyren Lacy. Rest in peace, D'Angelo. And just don't be too quick to trust the police, because they will fucking lie on you.
Question everything. But listen, guys, thank you for joining us for another episode of Couch Coach, your favorite podcast featuring an all-star staff of the best to never do it. Without a couch, you're just a coach. Without a coach, it's just a couch. With both, you're one of us. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and if you got some shit to say, leave a comment. While you're at it, hit that notification button to make sure you stay ready for when we hit the airwaves on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 4 p.m. Eastern. For more, make sure to follow us on whatever platform you consume your content, whether on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, or X, formerly known as Twitter. Search Couch Coach Pod in your search bar and look for the green coach sitting on a green couch. Can't miss it. Now, if that was too much for you to remember, make sure to hit up that description for all the links to all our socials and our Couch Coach headquarters. It's Jonny. It's Coogii. Thank you for watching Couch Coach. We'll see you guys on Friday.
And last but not least, just to let you know, any gambling sponsors, potentially, I will sell my soul to you. I will do it. I would love to promote your gambling.
I want that play $5, get $250 deal. You know what I'm saying?
I need that anytime touchdown money.